everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. I'm gonna grab a cat toy. Hang on. Who left this here? Who did this? Who put a crinkle ball right where all the stuff goes? There we go. Hello. Good morning or afternoon or evening. How is everything today? I am farming mounts today. Hang on, I need some game sound. It's like, I can't farm mounts a cappella. That's not gonna work. I'm farming mounts. I am heading out to Zul'Aman. I need one more mount. It's been a couple of days of farming without any luck, but I'm feeling good about the process. I've got lots of characters we're using. Yesterday I had fun getting some of my level 80 characters set up for it. It is bright, man. I was looking at this. Did I... What changed? Why am I in heaven now? What's happened here? It's not my light, I don't think. Hang on, let me check my stream light. It doesn't seem like it's blinding. Is it? No, it's not that bright. I checked my camera. I mean, it's sunny outside, but that shouldn't make me this bright. I don't know. I think I changed a setting here somewhere. Only another month to go? How could you possibly know that? It could be today. Hey, Hazel. Hello. How you doing? Hello, Drew Leaf, Polly, Astra. Good morning, morning. Here even earlier in the new opening. What do you think? I wonder if it's going to get old. I'm a little afraid that it's going to get, like, annoying. Also, I need to turn on rare scanner. I was somewhere else where I didn't want to be notified of rares, but now I do. You're just getting raptured. It's taken a bit. I wonder what... I mean, it's not so bad. It's not so bad here on this screen. What happens if I turn my stream light off? Spooky. I don't know. It's fine. I'll live with it. 1 in 2,000 chance. Where did you get that data? Show me the blue post. I think you're speaking from your own, gloominess. I think you're letting your inner gloom speak through you. Hi, Tuna. Hi, Tiki. How you guys doing? Today I had a weird bug. Old raids kick me out after 30 seconds or so, saying I'm not in a raid group. Tried every fix and closing the game fixed it. Closing the game fixes all kinds of stuff. Been talking with other farmers while waiting for spawns. Well, how did they know? Nobody knows. Nobody actually knows. Whoa, children. Kittens. Hang on, we got a rare to kill, but like, you guys cannot. You cannot be doing that right there. Hang on. You're getting evicted. You gotta make it sound really fun. You gotta make it sound really fun. Sending you good Pango vibes for the drop today. Oh, thank you very much, Surreal Cereals. Play Warcraft Classic Mop. It's fun. Warcraft Mop Classic. I played Mop the first time, man. It was fine. I don't feel a need to go back though. I don't really feel a need to relive. What year was that? 2013? Forgot Mop Classic exists. It's such a funny one for me. I haven't really thought about it in like a long time. I never really was gonna play it. I haven't played any of the other classic expansions. It would be weird for me to start now. But I'd kind of forgotten that they did a Mop version of it. All right, 1 mount, please. How crazy would that be? First kill of the day. That would have been something. Favorite time of the year? Watching tropical storms and hurricanes form. Ooh, do you use like apps? Do you follow storm chasers? You got the radar? I don't know what I meant by you got the radar. Those are the words I said. They're not the words that I meant. The thing that makes the picture with the swirlies on it. RTS Planner, thank you for the 72-month resub. We need more collabs with Flabby. We haven't got much of him since the reveal. That he was the hubby. Yeah. I feel like it's like slightly less, I don't know what the word I'm going for is, but, yeah, no, you're right. We haven't had him on much. We were talking about maybe streaming Palworld together. That was a thought that happened, but I kind of don't want to make him start again in Palworld because he started again like 3 times already, and the beginning of that game is like pretty repetitive. Like there's not a lot of variation to how you approach the beginning of the game, and he's done it 3 times already, so he's gonna know exactly what needs to go down, completely what needs to happen. Local weather. Oh yeah. Oh man, I watched a storm chaser documentary that was chasing the storm chasers once. I forget what it was named, but what I took away from that is that storms are cool, storms are terrifying, storm chasers are strange folk. Strange set of priorities, strange set of things that gets them going in the morning. I am absolutely obsessed with Palworld right now. I can't stop. What's your current Palworld goal? What are you working towards? I was having a hard time staying invested in a goal. I would like try to level, and I would get to level like 15, and then I would kind of wander off into the distance. There we go. See, that's the problem. I want to do 57 different things, and I can't focus on one. The last mount that I need is the Witherbark Pango. That's my final mount that I'm looking for here. Hi, the Bruce. How are you doing today? Good morning or afternoon or good evening. I need to remember the chat's over here. The camera's over here. I'm greeting you like, hello, yes. Good morning. Oh, wait. Tiny vermin up. Right now, direct focus, making a better weapon. I was slacking on my own weapon and damage. I would level up every stat except for my own weapon and damage, because I figured my pals are just going to do all the damage for me. I just gotta, you know, that game is all about outsourcing. Palworld seems like the second coming of Pokemon. Long time no see. Hello. I'm back on YouTube. We're live on 2 websites. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch. We can have it all. We can do it both. We're gonna go check the cave for Devouring Invader. I've been quite lucky so far this morning. This is my regular shard. It's Sunday morning. I'm not even in war mode, and I'm finding rares up. Playing, looking at the screen too. Saw a rare over here. We're almost up to 1 million current players. It's having a big moment right now for sure. It's funny because the patch is, it's like a good, it seems like a good patch, but I feel like people just wanted an excuse to go back and play Palworld again. Like it was fun the first time, and sometimes you just need like a year off of it, and then you're all ready to go. Okay. I'm streaking hard. How's your weekend going, everybody? I was gonna go out for a walk yesterday evening, but then I looked at the weather and it was kind of like cooking. It was kind of too hot to be out walking with the dog. So I settled for some gardening instead, which I feel like was not a better choice to do in the sun, especially because I picked like the sunniest parts of the garden to be working at. I'm kind of at war with rose bushes. The more I deal with them, the less I appreciate them. They look very nice for like a week or two. The bees love them, I'll give it that. They stab me and they grow monstrously and they need so much pruning. Whoa, tag it, tag it. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like they're winning. And they can only win as long as I decide to allow them to play, so I'm thinking very carefully about how much I like roses. Some of the lesser ones have been victim to my oversight already. Going well, happy to see you back. Hi, Emmy. Hello, hi Scarlett, how are you doing? Oh, happy Sunday. Trying to come to terms with the fact that I have to go to work again in 2 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks is a long time. That's still a whole vacation. It's a good chunk of time off in a row. Think of the things you could do in 2 more weeks. I thought I saw a cat, but I can't possibly have done. I evicted them. Spooky Snack, thank you for the 76-month resub. This is 6.33333333 years. I think I said the right number of 3s. Got halfway through, and I thought maybe it would be hard. Work. Repeating, of course. Can it be summer already? I thought you were hot. You were hot, right? Like it's still toasty. Or do you want summer to be over already? Oh, winter. Yeah, I figured. I figured you have not been loving summer recently, and I don't blame you in the UK. Summer has not really been your personal vibe. Morning, Hazel. I woke up to a good day, and honestly, I got quite the funniest post regarding WoW to this day. What was that? Tell me all about it. How is dual streaming going? Do you feel like a DJ? I do feel pretty cool. I'd feel a little bit more like activated. Alive. I feel alive. Fewer gaps in things to say anyway, because I don't have enough original thoughts to fill a 3-hour stream. I have enough original thoughts to fill approximately a 6-minute text message. So I really need you guys. I rely on you guys to talk to me and bring up conversations and ask me stuff, because I don't got it. Found Poacher Ravik. Oh, nice. Head empty. No thoughts. Maybe I just need more coffee first. I might camp the next one that I don't see, so I can have a second to like drink some coffee. Next one that I'd fly by that's not up. Yesterday, I was doing a thing where if I didn't find a rare, I would just like not stress about it. I didn't spend a lot of time camping them yesterday because I realized if I'm going to be able to do them on 80s, I have lots of characters that can do this. I can afford to hop onto a different shard and do a lap on a fresh batch of rares. I think I can really keep a good density going. I like Sundays. Sundays are comfy. Plus I do yoga on Sunday evenings sometimes, and that, so I know that I won't be crunchy forever. On the YouTube live history, 3 videos back, it says the last YouTube stream. Look at us now. 2019. Summer of 2019. Exactly. Dear God, is that 7 years ago? Is that how math works? It's the summer of 2026 now. Oh, I don't know if I like that one. That'll give me a funny feeling in my tummy. Keep going back to my old friend group. Need to stop. Literally do not know how. Could also be a decent farm for Marl. Yeah, you get 50 Voidlight Marl per rare kill. And it's totally warband transferable. So if you're doing rares on lots of alts, you're going to stack it up. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's probably as fast, especially if you're finding spawns like this. It's probably as fast, if not faster, than doing world quests for Marl. 6 years and 11 months. Well, that's a good enough break for it to count. I could go back and take down the thumbnail and change it for something else. We thought it was the last YouTube stream. That for me would make what you've been doing worth. Yeah. I need the Marl too. I have all kinds of stuff that I don't have yet. I wasn't really doing a ton of weeklies and world questing, or even alt leveling, which gives you some. But I still want all the stuff. I still want to buy all the Mog and the pets and the mounts and stuff. So, to be as vague as I possibly can about this WoW post you saw, there's a voice actor that voiced a bad guy in WoW's story, and they were doing an interview, and he mentioned WoW, and how cool their character was, and at the end of the interview, they go, I love the character, and they're coming back, do voice recording next week, spoilers, I guess, and it was so unprompted that it just took the wind out of me. Don't you love it when someone has, like, an NDA level secret? And I would be almost positive there would be an NDA involved there. I've signed NDAs for much less. And no one even asked. Nobody even asked. And you're just like, you know what? Maybe that's actually marketing then, because nobody asked. Maybe it's not an NDA thing. Maybe that's a planned leak. That's funny. Welcome to the brain of Scarlet. No clue how to stop. Oh, going back to your old friend group? I'm not gonna have great social advice. This would be blind leading the blind. I don't really have a thriving I don't really have a thriving social life myself. Character is dead, so they'll make quite the comeback. Unexpected, never in the world would have expected that character in particular to return. This one is for Necrohexer. And then check Invader again. So much happier being alone. Yeah. I get that. Who remembers resonance crystals? I thought about them when I was telling people about the personal fishing barge toy because a few people wanted that when they saw it. And that's on a rep vendor in Undermine for resonance crystals, and that was probably the last time I thought of them. I don't think I ever got close to finishing getting everything for them, but the problem was all of those transmog sets that you got for like the earth-encrusted gems. After you got your maximum amount of earth-encrusted gems, the only thing you could do if you wanted the rest of them was buy them for like a sickening amount of resonance crystals each. And they weren't even that cool, and by then you already had multiple colors of the sets already. Terrified of messing up a Mythic Plus, really want to get into it. Seems so overwhelming to remember everything. Does it eventually just become natural? Yes. Yeah, it's 100% practice. The way I deal with that anxiety, because it's a real feeling. Lots and lots and lots of people have that. And if it feels like the worst thing that could happen is you could make a mistake and people could be like upset or calling you out about it in chat, that is a thing that can happen. And it does, you know, it's not like it never happens, but everybody makes mistakes. It's just a game. The way I manage that anxiety is to do keys that are below my skill level, to do like quite easy keys where a mistake wouldn't really matter, and then to kind of practice in them to sort of like, I overcompensate by trying to like improve so much that nobody would have a stick to throw at me. I think that it's probably easier just to do the personal work to not care. I think therapy is probably easier. But I tend to overcompensate by just doing easier things than I could be doing and then practicing. Let's park ourselves here for a second. Take a nice deep breath. Have a little bit of coffee. Happy here. Don't know why. I'm happy you're here. But yeah, more you do it, the better it gets. I was the same way with PvP. I used to want to hurl every time I queued for PvP. And eventually it just wears off. Like, if you do a scary thing 10,000 times, your body runs out of scary juice to feed to you. Like, there's only so much fear that your body can literally physically make you experience. So the more you... It's just exposure therapy. The more you do it, the more it wears off. Gonna go watch the Odyssey later tonight. Can't wait to see how traumatized I'm gonna be. I'm kind of curious to see that one eventually in, like, 5 years when it makes its way to some streamer that I have, because I'm kind of far from a theater. But I thought it was really funny that the discourse online about that movie was like, oh man, this is going to be terrible and the casting's not right and the costumes aren't accurate, and then like the movie comes out into like press screenings or whatever, or people start seeing it, and then everybody's like, this is the best thing ever. Like all of the pre-launch nitpicking just instantly forgotten overnight. I think they should have a current expansion currency such as Voidlight Marl like we do now. But once that expansion is over, converts into legacy currency like an Azeroth coin. Would make all convert into Azeroth coins. Yeah. That would be phenomenal. I like that idea very much. I don't know if they would ever do it. I think maybe they want you to like farm old content to get old stuff, especially like decor and stuff. I don't know if they should stick to that though. Hi Hazel, you ever play Guild Wars 2? I played it when it was fairly new, for a month or two. Which feels like a million years ago now, but I have tried it. Love your channel. Even when I unsub, you're a staple. Keep up the outstanding work. Oh, thank you. I think it's the first Nolan's movie that didn't have any actor from The Dark Knight. It's okay to be scared. It doesn't mean you're a coward. It just means that you're human. There's all kinds of good fear quotes from fantasy. The Dune one's a real classic. Little heady, little wordy. Casting is fine. I just think casting SpongeBob SquarePants as Odysseus was quite the choice. When you say SpongeBob SquarePants, do you... Hang on. I'm Googling this. It's Matt Damon, right? Hazel, don't worry. Satire, not real. Okay. You had me going for a second. I, for like 10 seconds, genuinely thought that you were telling me with full seriousness that they put Ethan Slater in the role of Odysseus in the Odyssey. And I was about to have a moment. Completely unrelated, okay. Or boost the acquisition for the currencies by like 10. Yeah. Wish they had a race cosmetic crafting thing like dwarven blacksmithing or elven tailoring that only give you transmog cosmetics. That would be cool. I like that idea too. Listen to Captain Picard's most famous quote. Use the Force, Harry. Usually by the time I've waited a little bit for one of these rares, I'm feeling like, well, I should probably move on. But because I've waited a little bit, I probably shouldn't. Stick with it. I compiled all of my Marl last night. Oh, hang on. I need to sell these. I compiled all of my Marl. I have... How much? 35,000, which for me is a lot. For me, I never really have more than like 5k. I have 35,000 Marl, and it's all from doing this stuff. Oh, you know what? Probably grew back is my enchanting concentration. It did! I could probably finish my enchanting. I could make one thing and like concentrate on it, and then it would be good. I should do that. Things to do while I wait for my rare to spawn. Want to give me some? I gotta spend it on some dumb garbage is what I gotta do. I just gotta like swing. I keep saying I'm gonna swing by one of the rep vendors and pick up just like tabards or other cosmetics I don't have yet. Even though I've never mogged a tabard in my earthly life. I haven't done it yet though. How come they never added racetracks in the world for our drive cars, right? I was kind of hoping that they would let us use drive mechanics. Maybe not with like every mount, but like in the rest of the world or races or like something. I was kind of hoping that that wasn't going to be the end of it. And then as far as I can tell, that was the end of it. So I want to make one of these weapon enchants. I'm going to concentrate on it. It still won't be profitable, but I want to get as close to the green as I can. So it looks like we're going to make an Acuity of the Rendori. Just to get my enchanting shop sign, to be honest with you. There's a piece of decor that you get for reaching skill level 100 with your profession, your midnight profession. And I don't have it. I do not have that yet. Buy some of these. Now a member of the 7 of 8 club. Nice. What zone are you living in? Where's your final home? And need one of these two. Oh, no. I thought my rare spawned, but it was just the head of my own dinosaur. Tabards are a +1. Yeah, it's true. It's not really a +1 to a number I look at very often. It's like someone telling me that they bought me some land in Scotland. It's nice. I'm not going, though. Also, I don't own any land in Scotland. I feel like the tax implications would be upsetting. I'm making this one. And I'm gonna enchant it onto a vellum, and I'm going to concentrate, and it's going to give me my skill points. I like to drive. Yeah, me too. There we go. Dedicated to the craft. Enchanting at midnight, and my midnight enchanter shop sign, which I could hang up in my house. I have a few different ones of these signs. I don't have all of them. I have, how many do I have? Fishing, cooking, enchanting. Not even alchemy. That's sad. I have mining. Do I have herbalism? I don't think so. I must have herbalism. I must have herbalism. I might not. I might have never gotten to 100 skill points with midnight herbalism. Oh dear. Pelican, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. Thanks for sticking with us. If you ever talk to a housing dev, ask them to put a track somewhere in the neighborhood. That would be pretty sick. Or just let us use our cars in the neighborhood. Like, there's lots of roads. There's lots of big roads. It wouldn't hurt anybody. You can still fly out there. Just enable drive. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It definitely won't break anything. I want to rip through the neighborhood on my hot rod. Apparently those own a meter of land in blank country or the moon and similar. Claims to give you an official title. Allegedly huge scams. That sounds about right. If it was real, it would be kind of a tax nightmare. Refuse to have a parking lot in the nice neighborhoods. I mean, what if your neighbors make a parking lot in their house? They could pave it with paving stones. Heronor looking for the vibrant petal wing. Oh, that's the best one. Oh, I hope it drops for you soon. I would literally move. Imagine the calls to the HOA. Wrecks the curb appeal. Sup, Hazel? Hear me out. We forget the entire theme of your channel and pivot to streaming whatever's popular for internet points. Probably Mecha Chameleon. What is... I'm Googling. What is... I probably shouldn't just start Googling things my chat says, but what is Mecha with an H? Chameleon. It's a massively popular... It's a new sensation... New sensation? It's a new sensation hide-and-seek party game where you paint your white body. What? Oh, I see. Okay. It's less scandalous than it sounds when you're just reading the text. It's a party game. Okay, it's a hide and seek but painting. A hide and seek camo game. Spot, pose, artistic skill, key to survival. Yeah. It's hide and seek, but you paint your little guy. That does sound like fun. Just paint your white body. I don't think we can do that on Twitch anymore. Amelia did a WoW version where everyone hid in Goldshire. Prop hunt, but for Bob Ross. I mean, I was pretty horrific at prop hunt. I've seen clips of that game, did not know the name. I've never heard of it until just this moment. I think it's sweet that you guys want to watch me play other things, though. Yeah, they made that sound a tiny bit problematic. When I saw the title, when I saw the thumbnail with like the little goobly guy, who was just like paper white, it made more sense. Although, I'm sure if you are painting your own body, someone is going to find a way to make it problematic. This is the internet. One mount, please. Alright, if the next rare drops my mount, I will play Mecha Chameleon. But only if this next one drops it, this particular kill. If Necrohexer Razka coughs it up, then we'll do it. Pinky swear. We'll derail the whole stream. We'll tank the whole operation. I don't even know if you could play that game by yourself. It does not look like a single player game. Do you think it's one of those games where you can play against robots, but it's incredibly sad? Gonna laugh if it drops. That would be so funny. It won't do it. I'm trying to jinx it into dropping. Nope, no luck. You're stuck with me farming mounts. I'm not gonna stick around for crustacean. I'm just gonna park my character, get in the next ult, and have at it. Park right up here. You think it drops today? It could. It might. Feeling a little lucky. Play against my sister. She wipes the floor with me. I'm not that gifted. My anxiety with party games is that I have bad feelings because I'm always and I haven't had friends in years. So I haven't like played a party game like with a bunch of other people in a long time. But like when I was younger and I would do that, people would be having fun playing the party game, and I would be so notably bad at it that it wasn't even fun. Like, the Mario Kart race ends, and I didn't even finish it because I couldn't get through the finish line before they decide to stop humoring you and, like, move on. Not the people, but the game. The game cuts you off after a certain amount of time. Like, or, like, you know, they set up a tournament and you're always at first round in, like, Smash Brothers or something. I feel like most party games I have, like, there's just like a silent expectation that you're at least a little bit good at them, and I was never, maybe I'm just friends with like really sick gamers, or I was, but I was always like so bad that it was like a little uncomfortable. not even in the same neighborhood. Played it with my girlfriend, hid as a super obvious carrot, and it ended up with me sleeping on the couch. Played with dudes, which made me feel real awkward, like I'm representing my whole gender, so I can't be bad at games as a woman. Yep. Been there. And then you're not only letting down yourself, but like womankind, and that's heavy. That's a lot of weight to be carrying on your shoulders while trying to hold your own at a party. Mario Kart can be brutal. Being first is a curse, and seconds you can fall to last. Not if last is me. If it's me, I'm trying to figure out which way I'm going. Sometimes I would get turned around and I would end up running in the wrong way and I'd be like, why are the cars going the other way? Never really got the hang of that one. Hi, Hazel and Chat. Hi, Seventh Saga. How are you doing? This is when you get the Lakitu of shame, right? You just head off the edge. I'm gonna do Diamondback. That's what I'm gonna do. This character can... Well, no, I'm not gonna do it because there's somebody doing it. Holy Hooters really, you know, really deserves this. They need this. I'm gonna go check for a non-elite rare that is not currently being pulled by Holy Hooters. I've been running into people with the funniest names lately. I'm going... No, I want that one! Duel! 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 To the death! Alright, you can leave. You can leave, but when it resets I want to kill. They're gonna come back and gank me. I don't want to lose the vermin. I do want it to reset, though. Well, if you're not leaving, you gotta leave. I can't have bullied you off the premises if you're not exiting the premises. I've decided I'm embracing my villain era today. Also, I'm probably gonna lose. It's not like I know how to PvP. This is also a druid. I lost! I did ask for that. See the Conquest of Ascension private server stuff? Nope. Not super relevant to me. I would not play in a private server because it just seems like it's gonna get taken down eventually. And I would not promote a private server because, again, it's gonna... seems like it's gonna get taken down eventually. Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty or maybe just bloodletting. Giving up all the blood. Wagyu, no! Getting violent over the rares. Druid self-healing. Heartbeat. This one's dead. Did I see the other one? It was the other one. My wife is constantly telling me you're so much better at Fortnite than me. Well, she has 90% of the eliminations and had to pick me back up 4 times in a match. Play War Thunder. She told me dogfighting tactics I never thought of. Works really well. Remember watching you in college in 2014? You've come such a long way. Oh man, I bet you've come a long way. You were the one pursuing post-secondary education. I'm still sitting here in my computer playing World of Warcraft. If arguably I haven't moved at all. I haven't come anywhere. I'm gonna check for the Devouring Invader. Man, some people really do kill him and then not her. I guess that's fine. Maybe she spawned in a different timer. If I can't get another kill or 2 here, I'll probably swap back out of war mode and have a look at it. Apparently I can't win. If you all don't secretly dream of being the South Park WoW guy playing WoW all day. I'd say it's not as glamorous as it looks, but it's pretty much exactly as glamorous as it looks, which I feel like is not that glamorous, but it's not that hard either. I'm not. I'm not. Every now and then I'll be talking with like my mom or something, and it'll come up that I haven't taken like time off longer than 2 days in a row for ages. I haven't taken any vacations in a long time, and then she'll be like, "Are you working too hard?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm not. If anything, I should be working drastically harder." I'm pretty sure that every single person in my life that I know is working harder than me. That's okay. We're doing fine. Work at an airport, got some stories. I wish people were like WoW players. WoW players use their brains. I feel like people on travel days too, you're not meeting the best version of them. You're not meeting the most well-rested, properly fed, you know, well-adjusted version of whoever you're passing through on that day. I am sure most people are not their best selves when they're in an airport. That's a good thing. I strive for that. Hazel, you'd think I was lying if I told you even 1 or 2 stories. Maybe. I don't know though. I believe a lot. I believe a lot. People are wild. I play WoW. We're famously dehydrated. Sweat's gotta come from somewhere. I feel like being a streamer or influencer hard in other ways. I can assume it can be tougher on mental health generally. It's a different thing, and it can be very isolating, or very isolated, especially if you're like me and you're not naturally social to begin with. So you kind of lose like your normal to measure your own life by, I guess. You don't really have as many things grounding you. My problem for a while, and something that I'm trying to work on more recently, is I was consuming a lot of discourse and I was reading a lot of comments. Not on my own content, but just in general, like in forums and Reddit and WoW forums and whatever. And in a lot of places online, and when you're talking to a lot of people, anytime the concept of streamers or influencers comes up, people immediately cannot stand the concept. You know, people think that you are automatically just the absolute scum of the earth. And that's a hard one to read. And it occurred to me, why am I reading this? These people are not my audience. They don't have to get it. I don't think that internalizing this self-hatred is going to be very good for my career. Hutch, thank you for the 16-month resub. It seemed like doing content or influencing or streaming or whatever is something that's kind of like inherently you should be ashamed of. And I don't think that's gonna work out. I don't think that's a good idea. Off-topic question, do you think private servers will ever be allowed by Blizzard? No! Absolutely not. Anything that is working about a private server, they can just rip off and implement into their own products somehow and make the money themselves in-house. Ever since they lost ownership of Dota, I feel like they've kind of regretted that a little bit ever since. I feel like that's like ingrained on the company's psyche of do not lose ownership over thing that has started out under your ownership, because you will regret it infinitely and forever. They're a company. They have many, many lawyers. They never were, but they were tolerated because they didn't want to do the legal battles until they started Classic Season of Discovery, etc. Yeah. Stuff like that is always on borrowed time, and I think it's silly to pretend otherwise. Whole point of Blizzard v Valve is that they never owned the game mechanics in the first place. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I feel like they kind of regret not capitalizing on it, though. There was probably a way they could have played that hand differently. Check on this one again. Feels so weird to see you live on YouTube. I was like, why? Hi, by the way. Hello. I've been streaming on Twitch in the same schedule for a long time, and I just recently got set up to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And for a while it was kind of like, well, should I put it on YouTube? Like, I was thinking of all these reasons why not, and then I realized none of them really matter. It's not that serious. If someone doesn't want to watch the stream, they just won't, and that's fine. You know, just because it exists doesn't mean that you're, like, harassing people with it. Like, you're allowed to do stuff on the internet. I gotta remind myself of that sometimes. Sometimes posting seems scary and, like, I don't know, very, like, important, like, don't mess it up. And I think I gotta start messing it up a little bit. Last time you streamed on YouTube was, like, what, 6? 7 years ago. You inspired me to farm the rares too. I'm at 5 of 8. Nice. Don't think there's a corporate lawyer on the planet that would ever advise to give a single smidge of grand when it comes to IP. Yeah, there's no reason for them to do so. 6, 7. Plus, it's allowed me to casually stumble across your streams while they're live, right? Yeah, that's why I haven't seen you pop up. Yeah, I've been on Twitch, but it's nice being able to do both.
Take the early advantage and get your spoil.
When are you rebooting the cooking streams? It's been asked for a few times. I wouldn't say never. I don't have current plans to, though. Back when I used to do them, they were an incredible amount of wrestling equipment and setup and tear down and everything. Because, like, it wasn't a set. That was my kitchen. But I had to, like, but I was putting up, like, lights and microphones and cameras and running, like, the internet cable over. And, like, it was a lot of setup and a lot of tear down to run a stream that was going to be less profitable and watched by fewer people than a regular WoW stream. Like, they were always... I would have been better off just staying at my desk, moving nothing, and playing WoW. And eventually that's what I did. Speaking of cooking streams, where's the Moosey cam at? I don't have any pets in my office right now. I had to trick the cats into playing somewhere else this morning because they were about to unplug some stuff, and I haven't run my cable management yet. I'm not going to do that one. I could try. I don't really want to try Diamondback on this character, now that I think about it. Miss that old kitchen. It was cozy and old stylish. It was a rental apartment in Oregon a couple of apartments ago. I wonder what you guys would think of my current kitchen. It is... I like it. A little old-fashioned. YouTube quality video can be controlled better than Twitch. I've heard for some people that the ad experience is better on YouTube than Twitch as well. Especially, like, if you already have YouTube Premium, then you may as well watch on YouTube because then you don't have to deal with any ads. Hazel boss guides are our guild's standard go-to when we all get to the raid and realize at the last minute that no one studied the fight. Aww. I'm always happy to hear that they're working for people. I remember the first time I went to BlizzCon, or maybe the second time, because I think I didn't start boss guides until, like, Legion. But one of the times I was at BlizzCon, and I met a real human person, like, made of meat, standing in front of me. And they told me that their guild used my guides. And it didn't freak me out, but it's such a weird disconnect for me. Like, I never think about actual people actually seeing them. And I know they must, logically, otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford my mortgage, but, like, it was just so weird. It was like, you heard my pun? You heard my stupid pun? I kept your gingerbread recipe, still make it. Aw, that's my mom's gingerbread recipe. That's my favorite. Human made of meat? Those still exist? No way, I'm made of meat too! Oh, big ol' meat computer. I also used to get some crazy messages after doing cooking streams because it was the only content I really made that was like full body cam. And apparently that makes people send you just the most deranged stuff. But I think it would be better now because I don't really get DMs anymore. And if I get them, I'm not reading them. There is no platform on which I am opening a private message that has been sent to me by an individual. I'm just never seeing them. So I feel like it would be a lot harder for people to send me things that I wish I could unsee. I'm gonna go check for the south ones. What are we, chopped liver? Hazel's stupid pun has saved many a guild from wiping. Surely you jest. Real human? Mod a lot of channels on YouTube. People will say the craziest things. I used to have a Patreon, and it was wonderful. I had a lot of really great supporters. And people were really nice to me on there, and I did some cool stuff. But my content has always been safe for work. I have always been a safe for work creator. I have never, ever been a not safe for work creator. But people would kind of get confused every once in a while, and it didn't happen all the time. But every now and then in a blue moon, because Patreon had the ability for people that supported you to send you direct messages, and people would have given you some money, so they would feel like, okay, I can now do whatever. It got really, really uncomfortable a couple of times, and I was younger back then too, so like I'm sure it would still be hard for me to shake it off, but it was much harder for me to shake it off back then, and I ended up leaving Patreon eventually, and then also like not doing not doing cooking streams. I love talking to you guys, but I like doing it in here, like stream chat, where it's like a semi-public space where we can all see what each other's are saying and no one's sending any pictures. I watch YouTube on DDG browser. Never seen an ad. Playing WoW was in a pub. We were doing a boss battle, and I've never done it. And someone sent me a link to your guide, and that's how I started watching. It's working. Not safe for farming rares. If you take Hazel's rare, prepare to defend your life. It would have been a little cooler if I'd won that duel. Now I think they were running away from me out of kindness because they were trying to spare me from their wrath. Hope you're having a good start to your day. Woke an hour ago. Took me this long to get acclimated, get coffee in hand. Now, ready for WoW. But I can't complain too much. I'm nice and safe in the privacy of my own home. If screen gets too scary, you can turn off the screen. Also, people are generally very nice to me. People are pretty chill. I think I have one of the least toxic communities online. I was a little worried when I started dual streaming that it would be tough to keep 2 chats moderated, but like, you guys behave. No one really needs moderating for the most part. I think 1 message got removed by a mod yesterday, and in Twitch, and that was about it. When did you start YouTube? Today is my 3rd dual stream. Today's number 3, I think. Yeah, good. Appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. Is that a challenge? Yeah, we only drop nice words. Well, Twitch and the community you've built, very chill here. It feels like we can talk about whatever. You know, it's not like we're towing like a super thin line, but also I generally trust people to not just be really awful. This rare dropped my first mount? Oh, he can cough them up. Didn't realize you were doing dual streaming too. That's awesome. Would be difficult for me. I think if chat ever got too much faster, I might struggle to keep up a little bit more, but we're in like a nice cozy groove right now. How many kills would you say you are at on these rares to get 7 of 8? Close to 1,000, have 0. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I haven't been tracking them. I've been farming about 15 hours a week for 5 weeks, because I took a couple weeks off. 30, 60, somewhere between 60 and 80 hours, I would guesstimate, very roughly. My guesstimating could be totally off. But I don't have an actual like kill count, because I'm not sure. I don't have rarity running right now. If I could go back and change things, I would do it again from the start. PC can't handle dual stream, can barely handle single stream. It's such a big FPS drop in Fortnite and Phasmo. I was a little worried that my internet wouldn't be able to deal with it, because I'm doing it natively, just with a OBS plugin. And I don't have fiber anymore because I moved to the woods. But apparently we're doing okay. I haven't had any extreme health problems. I haven't had any connection issues. Keep my Twitch sub. Super cool that you're here too. I feel like a little bit famous. It's kind of cute. Still 1 of 8. Happy finally did the combining 3 items thingy today. Finally have 6 + 6 + 0. Oh, the this thing, the spearhead and the leather wrap and whatnot. I was really happy to get those done too. I had been carrying around a spearhead in my mains bags for this entire expansion without really knowing what it was for. It was driving me nuts. The spear is BOE, but you will have so many of them if you're doing this rare farm in Zul'Aman. They will clog your bags. I've been deleting the pieces. Let's be mean challenge, Hazel. I think Crinkle is a silly name. There, I said it. Too mean to be said, but I just had to let it out. You know what people told me about Crinkle when I first made her? Is they said it was a messed up name for a gnome. Because apparently it's like a keyword for some kind of fetish content. And I didn't know this because I'm not that online. And I had to decide, do I like rename or delete or whatever this character? because of some people that are that online? Or do I just think it's cute and try not to worry about it? And I think we've landed on let's just think it's cute. Like, it's true that lots of things are fetish content online. I think you can't spend your whole life trying to skirt around them or you'll never do anything. You'll never do anything. It's funny to me when people, like, blur out their feet on the internet. Like, I know there are people that are into feet, but, like, there's people into everything. You gotta, at a certain point, you gotta just, like, exist. Right? Living in the woods, you must see a lot of squirrels and stuff. That's nice. Yeah, some squirrels. Lots of birds. The occasional bear. Bear and elk are, like, the big critters that we get out here. I had to learn bear safety, bear trash safety when I moved out here. It's like deleting boy, right? I just realized I'm logged into Crinkle. Change battle tag, change character name, change legal name, start new life under the sea. At that point, blur all your photos then, right? Like, yeah. I realized that when you made her, I didn't want to say anything. Yeah. I didn't come from a world where that was a thing, and I'm just going to continue to live in my world where that's not a thing. I'm just going to not worry about it. Name wasn't a reference to that, and we're just not gonna worry about it. We have a bear that has now learned to break into dumpsters, even locked ones here. Ugh. Also, good morning. Oh, that's stressful. Have you looted a mount in a sub 89 character yet? I have not. I've been told though, by chat that other people have. I've heard accounts from folks that are farming these on sub 80s that have had drops. I'm believing. I haven't seen first-hand evidence, but I'm believing the dream. Haven't seen your videos in years. Woke up to you on autoplay. Talking about feet. It all comes back to feet eventually. The older I get, the longer it takes for my feet to wake up when I first get out of bed. I've had to start, like, laying in bed awake without standing up for a while and just kind of, like, moving them for a bit so that they remember that they have to act as feet and not just as, like, little bony meat sacks in the end of my legs. Because otherwise you get up and you just, like, go right down. Oh, sorry, did you ask about sub 80s? I was talking about sub 90s. Oh, no, they asked about sub 89. I have not tried sub 80s. I don't think sub 80s could do it. I don't think that the rares will scale below that. I have to keep my garage locked because there's bears here that love to get into the garbage. Yeah. I am pretty satisfied that I've made it a year without the bears trying to raid my stuff. I'm pretty careful. I mean, I'm knock on wood. I'm jinxing it now. I don't want to be the person that gets a bear in trouble. I don't want to be the person that created a problem bear that then became a problem for everybody. This is not a priest. Nah, this is my warrior. I was thinking about maining this for next season. I've been rolling around the idea. You're the OG. I miss WoW so much, but I can't justify coming back. Just got made redundant. Comeback time. How much will it cost me? Worth it. Quit after Dragonflight. Oh, man. Worth it. It really depends on what it is that you're committing to it. What's the part that feels like it might not be worth it for you? It could be your time, it could be your money, it could be your emotional energy. All things that you end up putting into a game like this. I've been having a lot of fun, but I've always been having a lot of fun. I've never left this game. I haven't quit. I picked it up in 09 and I've been playing ever since. Seen a real big bear in my yard a couple days ago. Had brown spots in its side. My dogs are so brave, trying to bark hard at it, trying to chase it away. Oh, I always have to check my yard for bears before I let my dog out because I don't trust Moose not to try to play with the bear, and I don't trust the bear to understand what my goofy dog's doing. Up-to-date add-on for rare kill count now. So I'm not using any because I had that problem. But what my chat has told me is that if you're using rarity, there's an alpha version that you can download and use by selecting a different release version in your downloads, or like your add-on manager, and that one works. I've been told that the alpha version of rarity works. I have not used it though because I cannot be bothered. It is a problem. Up to date, let me see. For the Storm Serpent in Herondar is the biggest time investment collecting the 500 shards. Yeah, the Storm Serpent in Herondar is not that bad. I got it 2 days ago. If you are killing Herondar rares because you want to get the Vibrant Petalwing and the Rootstalker Gremlings anyways, you will probably have enough shards for this mount before you ever get both of those other mounts. And if you don't, you can just kind of like grind some shards in Grudge Pit or something. It's not a big deal. The Vile Essences from this zone are a much bigger problem than that. I think I'm gonna go turn Warm Mode off and then have another lap and see. Oh, this bear talk is reminding me of Grizzly Man. Sometimes I turn on, speaking of grizzly bears, sometimes I turn on, there's like a national parks live stream from Alaska. I have a bunch of grizzly bears in a river fishing salmon that are running upstream. They're so cute. It's so fun to just watch them on stream try to fish, because there's going to be like one bear that's just crushing it, that's just gobbling fish after fish and has it down to a science, and they're just slapping fish out of the river. And then there's another poor bear that looks like it's having an anxiety attack, because it's like just sitting there looking at all the other bears getting fish, and it's like, how do you do it? Like, bears are not born knowing how to fish, and it looks like it's really tough for the young ones that don't really have it yet, because there's just one bear that I was projecting very hard onto that looked like it had no confidence, and it was just watching other bears getting fish, and it like kind of sort of tried and didn't get one, and I felt so bad. I wanted to give it a hug, but it's a grizzly bear, and that's frowned upon. Hear about the elephant? Up to 25 human kills. I have not. That is grim news. That is not the kind of thing that I want to start my day with, especially because I don't think that I can help. Relate to the inept bear. It's my favorite boss in that zone. It's elusive. Oh, hey, Murloc's up. I want to play an alt for fun, but I'm locked into pushing title. How has that been? Mythic Plus title, I'm guessing? I guess it could be PvP title. I don't know what percentage of my audience is made out of, like, hardcore PvPers. Moose will think they're playing tag, and Bear will think about dinner time. Nah, the bear's just gonna be confused. We don't have grizzly bears here, knock on wood, unless more of them swim. I live on Vancouver Island. We have black bears. We have big black bears. We have some of the biggest black bears in the world, but they're still black bears. They're kind of like overgrown raccoons. They're not aggressive in a hunting you for dinner kind of way. Fight an elephant today. The live stream from Alaska. Yep. Yeah, it's always on my YouTube recommended, so I put it on whenever I don't know what else to put on and I just want something on the TV. Love your pet guides. Off to grind these myself. Good luck. Good luck to you, Raymond. Hazel, have you heard about Jimothy the raccoon? Blizzard even posted about it. Jimothy the raccoon? No. Who is Jimothy? Who named him? Been considering doing title this season, but I only have 320 pluses done. You have to see Jimothy. What's so... I mean, raccoons are cute. What does he do? Does he do my taxes? Jimothy appears to have no neck. Oh, dear. Try for one more, and then I'm going to get in another character. I'm wasting too much time here. Strange looking one. People want it as a pet, but Blizz is like, nope. He's a raccoon with short spine syndrome. Oh, I have seen Jimothy. Oh, I didn't know that was his name, but I've seen little clips of... I thought it was AI. I thought someone made some AI nightmare fuel. And I just kind of kept scrolling. He's a compressed raccoon. Oh. Sorry, buddy. In a non-gore kind of way. Yeah. I wonder if that hurts. I think they just made him angry. Oh, the elephant, right. I thought it was fake also. His body's a little orb. Well, now I'm questioning if the thing that I saw was actually that, or if it was, an actual AI. Someone's sleep paralysis demon. You don't want to see angry Jimothy. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Okay, this is good enough. Let's get another character and try this again. Do another shard. I have mail. Mail from the postmaster. Are there short spine syndrome humans? Probably. I mean, I don't know for sure, but there's all kinds of different things that can happen with your body when you're being formed. Anyone else putting Twitch and YouTube side by side to see both chats? Oh, man. If I was the kind of person to have chat, like, on my screen, like kind of above my camera, I would try to put together a plugin that combines them so that you can have a reference. But I don't love putting a chat on stream because it means that any message that gets through, even if you moderate it later, is baked into the VOD forever. And I don't love that. So I've never done it. Honestly, getting tired of games that go meme reference because topical and that's all they do with it takes me out of the world because all I can see is a marketing ploy. I think a lot of spinal injuries in human babies get adjusted early, but I believe it does still exist in humans too. Okay. We're not in war mode. We're on a fresh alt. I am on the same server, but I could have logged into a different shard. You never know. The one thing that I have not begun doing yet is shard hopping by joining like a world boss group or something to try to find the rares up. I might get there. I don't usually like doing that. But I have the flimsiest of justifications for not doing that, so I could probably do it. I don't think anyone would care. What if someone on YouTube is talking smack about me? The days of Left Shark. Isn't it funny that Left Shark is a WoW pet, like to this day? So no matter how many years pass, we can still summon Left Shark. Left Shark is a meme? Left Shark was a huge meme. Or have you not seen it? You might be a little bit young for it. Katy Perry did the Super Bowl. And she had dancers dressed up as sharks because this was very LOL, LMAO, RAR XD territory. And apparently whoever the Left Shark was, I don't know if it was choreographed or not, but they were just eating. They were just eating it up. Boogieing their heart out and got more attention than anybody else involved with the Super Bowl as far as I can tell. And became like a huge meme at the time. When was this? If I had to guess, I would say 2014, but let me Google that. Let me fact check that. When was Left Shark? 2015, February 2015. I was pretty close. Katy Perry Super Bowl halftime show in 2015. I bet if you went back and watched the actual video, it's probably not that egregious like the original thing, but the hype around it became very big. And then they added... mine's named Chum, apparently. It's just a shark, but the name of it is Left Shark. There he is. Now that you connect the name Left Shark to that, I do know what you're talking about. Never knew the reference, though. Had no idea Super Bowl was even a thing until I came to the US. I've never watched like an hour of football in my life. Nor have I... Well, no, I was going to say, nor have I lived in the US, but that's not true. I did live in the US. I can't just revise history here. But no, I never got into football. But I would still watch the halftime show on YouTube. Pretty religiously, because it's just a culture moment. Especially if you like pop music. Never heard about this before. Really? Are you guys, I'm wondering, are people too young for it? Are they too old for it? Do they just have, like, more interesting lives that they weren't... They weren't just mindlessly scrolling YouTube and Twitter in 2015 consuming Left Shark content? You can do that? You can log off? In my 30s, never watched sports. Well, I never watch them either, but I still watch the halftime show. This last one, Bad Bunny's halftime show, was so fun. It was so cool. Like, I'll still put that on sometimes. And then the one before was Kendrick, right? That was great, too. Kind of America-centric, too. Only know about the Left Shark meme because of the pet European, though. Oh. Yeah, maybe I just like a free concert on YouTube. I like how produced it is for a thing that happens at a sports field in the middle of a sports game. I play on Lightbringer. That's my server. Dame Bloodshed left me at 1% HP, but I got her down. Sure, there's football sensations elsewhere that I'd never recognize. Oh, probably. I know there's a lot of World Cup content right now that I'm kind of sitting out. I don't know if there's any, like, pop stars associated with it aside from Shakira. I feel like that's kind of her bag. One mount, please. I'm ready.
The vile branch have awoken a terrible creature. Cragpinder Grand has risen.
Why do you fly so slow? Am I flying slow? I kind of thought I was flying normal. Oh man. 2015 was just maybe one of those times when we weren't getting a fire hose of memes on a daily basis pre-TikTok. Yeah, but I would argue that when a meme became really viral in 2015, it hit a wider portion of the internet than it does now. Nowadays, people are very siloed into their separate little pockets and their separate little niches when it comes to the content you get served. So, like, a meme that seems really huge doesn't have the same global reach that it used to back then when everybody was... It was more of a monoculture. Liked it when they had the Bud versus Bud Light Bowl and the Puppy Bowl and other channels during halftime. Do you remember Janet Jackson's costume malfunction? I didn't watch it live, but I have read arguably too many think pieces about it since then. It's usually a good sign that it's time for me to log off of the media website whenever they start going into the Janet Jackson thing again. Massive mess. Memes from the Vine days still persist. I skipped Vine when it was current because I was too cool for it, and then got into it like last year by way of Vine compilations on YouTube. Like I've seen a lot of them now. A few sometimes TikTok slip into them too, but a lot of the really classic viral Vines get put together into YouTube compilations, and I just end up watching those with my husband in our home on our couch. Still do the Puppy Bowl every now and then. My old man take is that the Super Bowl halftime show should be a marching band like at college games. It's a core part of American football culture. Hurricane Tortillas. Is that a meme? Is that a brand? Is it time for lunch? Always seem to get into viral things so many years after they phase out, right? Oh, it's an old Vine. Food talk time. It's only 10:15. We're not even halfway through the stream yet. Although, not to brag, but Flabby made us enchiladas. I love it when Flabby makes enchiladas. They're so good. And then I had leftovers for lunch yesterday. Ma'am, I'm Central Coast. It's lunchtime for me. In the fall, when California and Oregon and Washington do their time change, and I don't in British Columbia, it's going to get so confusing. I guess for people from there. Maybe a little bit for me for, like, I'm used to being on the same time zone as Blizzard, and I'm going to be a little bit offset half of the year. And I'm just going to have to learn to live with that, because at least I don't have to mess with my clocks. I don't have to Google how to change my watch. I got into normal watches, just regular quartz, non-smart wristwatches, and then the first time change happened, and I'm looking at like 4 watches, like, I don't remember how to do this. I had to like Google each of them individually. Look at the first halftime shows from the first few Super Bowl games. What were the oldest ones? Oh no, my pet died. Hope Flappy adjusts well. Adjusts well to what? Enchiladas sound so good right now. Wish we didn't do daylight savings. It's so annoying. I'm so happy to be done with it. I hate it. I hated it so much. I also kind of live the perfect life to not care what, like, if anything, I would like it to be a little darker in the morning so it's easier for me to sleep in. I like how light it is in the summer, but I have been waking up like an hour earlier than I would like to, because despite all of my blackout curtains, enough light creeps in for it to wake me up in the morning, because it just gets light out super early this time of year. No more clock change here in Alberta. What? Nice. Still fighting time change in CA. Voted on getting rid of it. Maybe now that BC's done it, it'll be a little bit easier. You just have to match with Vancouver and the Yukon. I heard that the US tried ditching the time change and it was unpopular and they went back. I'm a little, like, when I read that headline, I felt like a tremor of foreboding where I thought, I hope that doesn't happen here. Everybody, be nice about it. Let me have this, please. There are streams I only watch in winter and some only in summer because of the time change in the US and UK. How do you get the characters to show the 100% thing all the time? How do I get my characters to show the 100% thing all the time? What do you mean? Oh, health! Here, I'll show you in a sec. Thank you. I needed just a crumb more context. Yeah, health percentage. That was not clocking. Options. Interface. Status text. You can do percentage. You can also do both. If you want to have a health total and a percentage, you can have both. You can also have none if you just want smooth bars. I keep it on percentage. The risk, though, let me tell you about the risk. If you are like me and you only play with health percentages and you do not play with health numbers, occasionally, if you're not familiar with which rares suck, you will engage something without realizing that it is actually meant for many people because you won't know how much health it is. You'll just know that it has 100% health. Once in a blue moon, it doesn't have to be now because I know which ones are which, but like, I would get myself in over my head because I wouldn't notice, like, one flag that tends to tip people off that something is like a group boss is that it has like kind of a lot of health. And sometimes that would slip by me because I'm like, what is 100% health? Everything has 100% health until I kill it. People are too weird about the it should be light at blank o'clock. It's okay if it's sometimes dark or not yet light at 9. People can adjust. There are genuine, like, points to be made about, like, road safety with, like, kids walking to school or waiting for buses in the dark. But, I don't know. I grew up with daylight savings time, and I had to wait for the bus in the dark. And I'm not saying that means everybody else should do it, but, like, I was still waiting in the dark even though they changed the clocks. I feel like, depending on where you live, you're not gonna get rid of that. And I always preferred having more daylight after school because it was depressing coming home from school at 4 o'clock and it's already dark. You know, you just get tired and sad. Give you a little time to live your life at the end of the day, you know? It's not like the time goes anywhere. It's just in a different spot. Here in Sweden, it was common for the sun to not rise at all for a month or two. Yeah, kids are used to going to school in the dark. You ever get ready for school in the dark as a kid? And then you get to school and the sun comes up and the fluorescent lights come on and you see yourself in the mirror in the bathroom and you're like, this is what I did with my hair. Not that we didn't have lights at home, but like, I don't know, sometimes you don't turn them on because you're not ready to shock your eyes yet. These days, parents practically microchip their kids to track them. I feel like, and I'm not a parent and I have no plans to be, but I feel like the expectation that you have that close of tabs on your children would stress me out as a parent. I don't know. That's tough. That is rough. I was walking to school by myself by the time I was like 9 or 10, I think. Or like you would wait for the bus by yourself. Like, hey, like when you're smaller than that, you'd have a parent maybe come wait with you, unless you could wait with like a sibling or a friend or something like that. It was on a logging road, too. There wasn't even a sidewalk. You just dive in the ditch when a truck comes by. I skied to school. Yeah. You wouldn't, I mean, you would only dive in the ditch if someone's driving really crazy, but, like, you would close your eyes because when logging trucks fly by, they kind of shed, like, a cloud of flying, like, splinters and dust and stuff, and you do not want that in your eyes. I am going to... And I turned out fine. I turned out perfectly fine. I'm gonna log off and get another character. School was hard for me. I loved mornings, thought they were wasted on school. I feel like I spent my school years being so tired and so cold. I feel like if I could go back in time and impress one thing or like change my mind about one thing as a kid, I would have gotten really into really good sweaters or something. Or just started wearing thermals or like I wore layers, but like more layers. I felt like I was freezing for my entire childhood, especially at school. It's cold at school. There's like air blasting. Just freezing all the time. It's not fun. There you go. It's my favorite thing about living my life in my own home is I can control the temperature. I can wear layers. I can have heated blankie. I know it's summertime, but I get cold when I sit still. You know, the kids who walked to school uphill both ways, dodged buses in the dark, turned out fine. Man. Speaking of dodging buses, I remember, you know how like when a bus is stopped and they've got the sign out that your cars should not, you cannot legally pass the bus because there's gonna be like kids crossing and stuff, and that's how people die. Oh no, I'm gonna skip Squidgy because she's just on Lightbringer. I'm gonna do characters that are not on Lightbringer. One time I was I think I was getting off the bus and I was about to cross the road, and the bus had the thing out to let me cross the road, and a car tried to pass like in the middle of it, like in front of me. And the bus driver, I feel like the bus, I don't know how they pulled them over. I don't remember how they stopped, but I remember the bus driver cursing out this driver and just going to war for me. And I felt like so special. I felt like so like, wow, this grown up cares if I die or not. That's nice. They were mad. They were big mad. Have you heard of the Canadian sensation angine de poitrine? I have not. Went to school in upper Minnesota as a kid from California, and I was caught off guard when I watched 100 feet to the bus when it came. Freshly washed hair was frozen solid. Yeah. And it's terrible for your hair. It's awful for your hair to freeze when wet. It's not good. Talk about damage from a flat iron. You know it's going to damage your hair is ice. Crossing guard at my school would report people who did stuff like that too. Yeah, good for them. Hazel, you are ranking in the 99.73 to 99.77th percentile for mount collecting, which puts you among the most dedicated mount collectors out there. Am I really? I know I'm up there, but 99.7 sounds not quite right. I need to look at that. I want to fact check that. Some incredible music for just two guys. Yeah, according to who? People, instant disbelief. I was gonna look up on data for Azeroth. Instant doubt from the chat. It's data for Azeroth. This. Mount collecting. So this is me. Mounts. I have 83.2% of mounts, and if I click into this, that puts me over here. Yeah, 99.73. That is where you got your data from. This is most of people's mount collections. Ooh, that's trippy. That's me. Yeah. I'm still only... There are 1,129 people in the US or North American servers that have more mounts than me. And I have to either climb the list or eliminate them one by one. The Hazelnutty Reaper. Kidding. Not threatening violence. Not real. Joke. Joke alert. 768 for me. Slacker. No way. So many mounts never to be used. Yeah, data for Azeroth. I feel like that's about as good as you're gonna get in terms of data ranking for that. I don't know where else you would get more accurate info from. It's gonna pull from API. Exterminate. Eyes turn red. Doo-doo. What did we find? We found Spinefrill. And I don't even buy the trading post mounts now. I feel like I could have more if I just like spent my trader's tender on mounts whenever it was an option. I don't really do that now. They're not good enough for me. I have standards. I am a snooty snob. Got 1,064. Holy. 1,425 mounts according to data, 60 in the US, 150 in the world. It sounds like you're in danger. It sounds like you're on my list. One site says I have 1,071, another says 1,124. Besides the lightwood borer, the piranha rares low-key scary, do quite a bit of damage. Yeah, they keep killing my pet. Data for Azeroth is the name of the site. Data for Azeroth. I wonder if I have a link. In Twitch, anyway. DFA? Yeah, I do. There you go. Missing 21 glory mounts, though, so that would bump me up if I could get those. That's a good project, but sometimes you have to recruit some people to help with that. I prefer my mount collecting to be solitary. I like doing it on my own. I don't love doing group stuff for mounts. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but... Just be careful with Data for Azeroth. It can turn into a real obsession for people. One of those things. Man, the epic loot freaks me out. Oh, it makes me shiver. Good luck. Hazel just started my Zul'Aman rares for today too. Nice. I do have time lost. I do. I cannot take 1000% credit from a mount collection. I can take like 98% credit. There are a couple of mounts such as Time Lost, such as the Draenor Purple Bird Void Talon, and the Camel. All three of those mounts, a Twitch chatter got for me. They just like told me they had a group up and they invited me and I got the mount. I think it was the same person too. I think one person got me all three of those mounts. Cannot take a full credit for it. Try to keep a lookout in Group Finder. Really rare to find any. What a tease. Okay. I want Lust Pet. Do I have, do I have other pets in this character? This is a remix alt, so I'm not exactly swimming in, not exactly swimming in pets. No, I have pets. I have pets. Are any of them Lust Pets, though? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I know you can respec them at a stable master. I just can't be bothered. It's okay. I have survival. I have fortitude of the bear. Wow. You can't bite me. I'm a bear. Got the elusive alpaca a few days ago from a kind soul on Discord posting it. Nice. Shocked that the Hirachi Renowned Vendor mount is very nearly my most rare one. I was so slow to get that mount. I'm still Hirachi 19, I think. I don't think I ever got my Hirachi up to 20. Yeah, hunter pet hunting, another dangerous rabbit hole. That one's never really called to me for some reason. I think because they're not account-wide. If hunter pets could go into an account-wide stable, I would be in big trouble. Love to watch your gameplay. How many hours do you play daily? Usually 3. All of them on stream. I haven't been playing a lot off stream lately. During like a Mythic Plus season, I might put another couple hours in the evening for keys or for raid. But I've only been farming stuff on stream lately, because if I get something to drop, I want it to happen on stream. Love from Canada. Luckiest I've ever been was with Hunter Rare Tames. Tamed the Spirit Bear, Cat, and Loch-Nahak after the other. Flew there randomly. The bear was up. Flew to Zuldrak. The cat was up. Flew to Shalazar. Locke was there all in like 15 minutes. The one that I'm jealous of is the bear. I wanted... What is it? Arcturus? I wanted him. I don't anymore. I grew out of it. I used to want him so bad. And I camped and I camped. And every time I was camping, there was always other hunters there. So it was not only like, is this like a crazy long spawn time that I'm kind of fighting against, but also like, I'm going to have to fight this other hunter for it if it spawns, and I would just get discouraged and log off. Or like I would be camping it for like 4 hours and then a hunter shows up and then I'm just like instantly discouraged. I don't want it anymore. I'm over it. Past time in my life. Petopia, a gateway drug. I like picking out a couple pets for each hunter, but I don't really like go too crazy with I don't really go too crazy with getting lots of them. Most of my hunters only have 5. I don't really go into the stables very much. I'm gonna find a nice spot to take a break. I haven't gone. Oh, hang on, not yet though. Not yet. I haven't gotten up yet for the day. Count-wide would make life a whole lot easier via collecting pets in Dead Server. I feel like it would be a great quality of life. Like, you can still have each hunter have their own stable. I just kind of want, like, a warbank stable, so that if I got, like, And I don't have any of these hunters anymore, but once upon a time I would have like spirit beasts, rare spirit beasts tamed in some hunter that I don't play anymore, and it would be nice to be able to transfer those to a hunter I do play. Yeah, I would love a Warbang stable. I'm not even, I think, the target market for it anymore. I don't think I would make as much use of it as a lot of people. If I ever spot it while traveling, I'll do a quick /who, whisper a hunter, see if they want it. Aww. That's nice. Would love Warbound Hunter pets. I've been getting lazy getting pet variety in my remix hunter I leveled recently. I like having a theme for the pets of a hunter. And for my remix hunters, the theme was the expansion that they were in the remix of. So my Mop remix hunter is my gnome hunter Squidgy, and she has pets from Mop. She's got a crane, she's got a silk bug. Those are the two that come to mind. I'm sure she has more. And then for this hunter, Legion remix hunter, he's got Legion pets. He's got like high mountain pets with like salmon themed names. He's got like eagle and moose and there's a bear here. Hunter's a night elf, so I always have cat pets. Okay. If it spawns while I'm not here, then I'm gonna miss it. But I guess that's always true. Guess that's always been the case. I'll leave my character here anyway. I will take a short break, be right back. See if I can find a kitty cat. Okay. Did I miss it? I don't think so. Based on... I don't know if the druid's still here. My skull is still green, which usually means I haven't seen it up. It usually turns purple if I, like, detect it up. Hazel, why is my mom dancing while making lunch downstairs? She's quite literally dancing to Cha-Cha Real Smooth while shaking potatoes. Yo, your mom's living. That's the only way to cook and do dishes and like do chores and survive, is you gotta put on something that makes you want to absolutely boogie. And you just gotta shake your butt. You gotta do it. You gotta Cha-Cha Real Smooth. I am... I'm a big kitchen dancer, and sometimes my husband will come in and like hype me up, and I will either like dance with him, or I'll be like, you're not supposed to look at me. I am dancing in secret in our secret kitchen. What are you doing? Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. I have a cleft hoof, and I named a second one Crite Hoof. Didn't get the new rare BRB clip. It might be weeks. You never know. I feel like there's maybe 10 clips or so in that folder, and it's gonna random roll each time. That's like my biggest hack for getting any chore done, like laundry or cooking or dishes or something, is to put on some music, either headphones or a speaker or something. When you want us to wash dishes in silence like it's the Middle Ages. Everybody clap your hands is a lot more menacing when those hands have knives in them. Just means more hype when we get it. One day. What if... I mean, it's possible that one day it procs and then I come back from break early and it's not over yet and there's like more clips in... Because each of the clips in there is not super long. It's stuff that the YouTube members I think have seen. A lot of the clips in there have also made it into... I've done 1 or 2 YouTube videos about the cats for members. And a lot of those clips are from there. How are we doing rare-wise? I'm camping this one. I was thinking about popping on, because there's somebody else farming and I'm not finding a lot of spawns, I was thinking about trying war mode. Am I in war mode? I'm not. I'd have to go all the way back to Silver Moon, though. Maybe if I do another lap. Use a dishwasher. No dancing here. Oh man, you're fancy. One day I'm gonna crack open the old wallet and get a dishwasher. One day I'm gonna do it. It's not today, it's not tomorrow, but one day I'm gonna look at my savings and my expenses and my emergency fund and I'm gonna be like, we can handle this. This is okay. It's just like a hard thing to spring money for when you can just it's only 2 people. We don't have kids. We're just washing our dishes. And you get them back so much faster when you wash them by yourself in the sink. Timmy Tech TV with a 10-month resub. Thank you very much, Timmy. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Also, I don't think my partner and I have ever loaded a dishwasher together because we've never had a dishwasher in all the years we've been living together. And what if that's like a secret repository of conflict? People have like big opinions about the correct way to load a dishwasher. And some people also just do it like really crazy. And then they're like, why aren't the dishes clean? And they just kind of like did something insane. You know what I mean? Live streaming the dog? The dog clip from the BRB screen is pre-recorded. I have a little library of pre-recorded clips of my pets that I have shuffle whenever I go AFK so that there's just something on the screen. Came with my house I bought. Very fortunate. Plus, they say you use less water. Yeah. I mean, my house came with a dishwasher, but it's from the Middle Ages and it doesn't really work. But it means that it's plumbed for one, so it won't be as annoying to put in as if there had never been a dishwasher there at all. There's a spot for it and there's plumbing for it, so that's half the battle, I think. Figured it out at fourth time. One dishwasher washed away their love. A dramatic foretelling coming to fall this theaters. Pet peeve regarding dishes is when I empty the dishwasher and someone puts an empty dish in the sink. Hand washing dishes was a must during COVID, though. It's all about how much faith people have in them. How much stuff do you leave on plates before loading? I watched a YouTube short from like a dishwasher tech that said that fully cleaning like a super thorough rinse of dishes before you put them in the dishwasher is actually counterproductive because modern dishwashers detect how dirty a dish is and determine how well to clean because of that. And if everything is super clean, it's not going to do the same job. Like it needs to, you're supposed to just leave, not like giant chunks of food on there, but like you're not supposed to pre-rinse dishes before putting them in. I guess this probably depends on your model, but like that some people are shooting themselves in the foot by cleaning things too much ahead of time. And then things paradoxically will not become as clean. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not an owner of a working one, so I don't have any first-hand experience. Tiki, hello! How are you? Do you want to come up on my lap? I opened the door, but I didn't, like, kidnap him in. I didn't catnap him in. Would you like to come sit with us? Hi, my love. Hi, pretty kitty. How are you? Last night, we all watched a movie, and we were all on the couch, and it was so cute. Tuna's so cute when he's cuddling. And then Tiki just kind of coos the whole time. Hello! You want to come up here? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Come here. Come here, my love. Tiki does a thing where he'll, like, lip sync a meow. Like, he moves his mouth like he's gonna meow. Hi. But no sound comes out. He's just kind of, like, air speaking. You want to see my kitty cat? He's a baby. Hi, he's a baby. Nice kitty. I've had to apologize to my spouse because I was raised by a crazy person, have to hand wash all dishes, then put them in the dishwasher. Cannot help it. It's so hard to overcome like your childhood programming about stuff like that. I have my sister and I were relating about this and reminiscing about this. We were raised with very strict don't leave the fridge open, don't stand with the fridge open surveying the fridge kind of rules because it was like a power and electricity thing. And our the people that we've lived with in our lives have not been raised in as strict of an environment, so it was more normal to just kind of like open the fridge to see what was in it. Whereas when we grew up, you kind of wanted to have a plan. If you were going to open the fridge, you needed to have a plan. Neither way is necessarily incorrect, but it means that both of us have, like, anxiety whenever someone else is just kind of looking in the fridge, thinking. And that's a really hard one to deprogram. Baby wants attention. Is that true? I swear, he's just like a little, like, he's just a little baby. A little rockabye baby. Hi. I mean, he is a baby. He's only 5 months old. How are ya? Oh, that's nice. He's blinking at me. Little void. Cute mini panther. Got full boomer dead energy and inexplicably scrub those things like clean room clean before loading. I'm dumb. Hi. Dad would always say, "Were you born in a barn?" Need a ring cam for the fridge. I, for a while, had a smart thing, because I have a bad habit of forgetting what perishable things I bought for the fridge. Like, as soon as it's away in the fruit or vegetable crisper, it vanishes from existence. I have the object permanence of a toddler. And I would forget to eat things, and then they would go bad, and there's nothing I hate more than spending a lot of money for fruits and vegetables because they're freaking expensive, and then not even eating them. It makes me mad. And I'm the one doing it. Like, no one's doing this to me. No one's doing this for me. I cannot handle wasting that stuff, because it's not even like it's cheap. Like, it's expensive. How's the blind cat? She passed away. Oh, magnetic notepad in the fridge. Yeah, so for a while I was clever, and I had a magnetic whiteboard. I had a magnetic whiteboard and pen on the fridge, and I would write down, like, the stuff in there, and I also had a spot on it to write down, like, a shopping list. So, like, when you're in the kitchen and you realize you're out of whatever, you would just write it down on the board instead of having to remember. And I still have a whiteboard in the kitchen, but it's not on the fridge anymore. Hazel, I will finish the cucumber before they rot. You finish the cucumbers, I will eat the rest of the apples I bought. Deal? Let's make a pact. Have the same issue with produce. Now I only buy produce my rabbit and guinea pigs can eat and stuff now rarely goes to waste. I've been meaning to make something for my shrimp. You guys still in there? My shrimp tank's not going real good. I'm gonna have to do some thinking about that. Deal. Bad about that too. Buy with good intentions. Yeah. We've been doing a bit better lately. I am... It's weird for me seeing them. Hey! What are you biting my elbow for? What? What? What is this? What is the meaning of this? Under whose authority must you maul me? Joke with my mom, tell her she buys celery so it could die in the fridge. Best of luck, Hazel. Been killing almost every rare I've seen since launch. I've only gotten one drop mail. Thanks for the luck. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling lucky. Shrimp must see terrestrial vegetation is the height of luxury. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that fish will eat that they would have never encountered in the wild, but, like, they're not going to say no. Snails and shrimp especially, detritivores. I used to feed my mystery snails that I had a million years ago with, like, cucumber, spinach. I'd boil spinach for them. I think I tried carrots once. I used to make special homemade algae gummy bears for my snails to eat. I, like, looked up a recipe. I had a little calcium supplement for them. I only did it once, but it's apparently a core memory because I talk about it all the time. Don't like apples, love cucumbers. Interesting you said that. I'm not a big... I don't naturally incline myself towards, like, raw, crunchy foods, but I know that, like, the fiber and the vitamins and stuff are good for me. So, I've been eating raw apples and raw carrots. Maybe I should just cook stuff more often. You know, normalize just cooking apples. Hey, Hazel. From one Hazel to another. Hope you're well. Oh, right back at you, fellow Hazel. Made a shrimp tank too. Planning to get Cardina red crystal shrimp in it. Just cycling the tank now. Nice. Yeah, I was just doing cherry shrimp. I was just doing regular Neo Cardinas. How big's your tank? It can be... People were telling me that it was a little bit... Not impossible, but a little bit iffy, even if the tank is cycled, to have shrimp in a tank that's not quite mature, because they really like an established supply of biofilm to feed on. So, like, a fairly recently set up tank, even if it is cycled, is going to be a little bit dicey. And I sort of didn't listen. I'm like, I'm going to feed them. It's fine. But I have lost a fair number. I only have a couple shrimp left in there, so maybe I don't know if they... I don't know what happened exactly. Hi. Although I did get my shrimp shipped, and some of them looked quite old when I got them, so who's to say? Oh, 9.3. Oh yeah, you're in good shape. You'll do fine. I should have done that. I have a 10-gallon. My betta fish is in a 10-gallon. I'm trying to do shrimp in a 5, which might be my problem. So bad with food. Food ideas, cooking in general. Can't plan on Monday what I'll make on Friday. It's like a superpower, I swear. And for some people, it comes so easily to them. And they're like, yeah, I'm just going to meal prep and then I can eat this all week. And I'm like, you can cook without being hungry first? What kind of a superpower is that? What is this forethought and use of your prefrontal cortex? Do not relate. Wait 6 weeks per Google Gemini. It's a good amount of time to wait. I would use some caution with taking aquarium advice or anything really off of AI, though. Some of their info is going to be fine, and some of it's going to be iffy, and there's no real way to know which is which. Red crystal shrimp, so cool. Make a good contrast with the wood I have in there. Nice. Yeah, I bet it's going to look awesome. I'm actually nearly finished with rares in this server. One more. I have a cat on my lap. After this, the other... I guess I have a paladin and I have a druid that I can run pretty easily through the zone. They'll do fine. It'll be good. Sunday morning's also going to be a slightly harder time to find rare spawns up. You're going to be fighting people for spawns a little bit. Next rare drops them out. Alright, let's see it. I'm ready. Where's the rare? I guess if it's just the... If I'm waiting for just the last one, I can pull up my... Oh, hi. I can pull up my Brutosaur. You want to sit? Yeah, that's a good spot. That's a good spot, buddy. I need more cute nicknames for Tiki. I have like 10 million nicknames for Tuna. I don't have any cute nicknames for Tiki. And he's so cute. Can you tell? I'm afraid you guys are gonna get the arguably least cute part of him. I was looking for a Brutosaur. Tricky. Tutu. Torchy. Whoa, 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 whoa. TOS, buddy, TOS. Hi. Alright. The autofocus plus the cat booty. A little much, friend. A little much. Hi. Tiki buff. Aww. Have you seen how sweet? Have you seen how nice? He's really soft. His fur is all silky. And it came so far, like he was all like rough and coarse. His coat kind of sucked when I got him. He was having a hard time. And he's so pretty now. Hi, aren't you a pretty boy? I'm never gonna beat the cat lady allegations. I'm never, ever, ever. And it's your fault. You're too cute. How can I not? He's so big. Humar the Tail Lord. I like Tiki Buff. I'm a little Tiki Buff. Makes you sound like cereal. Because you finally got my cat lady title after 17 years. Holy. Even though I've been one for a while. Turn the allegations into aspirations. I like that. Well, I like that depending on context. I briefly saw a vision of a t-shirt that said, turn your allegations into aspirations. And then I thought, really depends on who's wearing it. What is that? What are you doing? He's doing little stomps in my hand. He's got his paws in my hand. Hi, baby. Are you happy? Oh no, I got a pretty good setup here. I got a heated blanket. That's good stuff. Speaking of aspirations. His purring is relaxing. Turn your allegations into alligators. What if you have alligator allegations? People are thinking you're being inappropriate with the local Florida wildlife. Sure. Yeah, just get it out of my bag. Whatever it is, get it going.
If you find anything
Buddy, where's my rare? Oh, a group. Alright. Ah, my rare. Thanks. I am amazed that you managed to invite me on account of I'm not even on my normal server. I have Dono. Huh. Lacking better things to do, decided to also farm rares and level herbalism. Stumpy has given me the Gremlings. Oh, Stumpy bestoweth upon you. Paula Poundstone, a comedian, has 17 cats. An interviewer asked her, sure, thank you. Thank you very much. An interviewer asked her, how did you get 17 cats? And Paula said, it's very simple. I had 16 cats and I got one more cat. Flabby and I were joking about a third cat. And it's like, we can't afford a third cat. And he's like, yeah, definitely not. Flashlight. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. This character is done his lap. Appreciate the group. What a queen. I've heard from people that have a lot of cats that once you have a certain amount of cats, they just kind of start happening to you. Like they have like a magnetic gravitational force that like yoinks in other nearby cats from the ecosystem. Hi. Are you happy? He's such a sweetie pie. There's a short story in the Jungle Book called Rikki Tikki Tavi. There is, isn't there? That sounds familiar. Wear that to court. Got the Voidstorm fishing egg. Congratulations. Used all my luck for these X-Back problems. Missing 6 of 8 of the rare mounts. Good luck. Good luck. Nah, you got it. You're on it. 2 allergic to kitties, but take care of a couple ferals that hang out on my deck. You have a black cat and a white cat. You need a gray cat to be the moderator. I was joking about a girl cat because I have 2 boy cats, a boy dog, and a boy husband. I want a baby girl. I know it doesn't matter, but I want one pet that's a girl just so we can have girl time. It's like weird and doesn't make sense and I don't care. I want a baby girl. But I'm not doing any more pets right now because these guys were expensive. As is their right. Sometimes pets are expensive. Don't do it if you're not ready to pay the... Oh, sorry, hang on. Watch out. Please let me know if there's static. He's kind of sitting on the mic thing. Yeah, Lettuce and Barb over there being chopped litter. I love them, but they're fishies. They don't know who I am. They think I'm some kind of omnipotent god that feeds them sometimes. Kitty cat attack. They don't snuggle. Moosey and Tuna and Tiki snuggle sometimes. That's what our mom did with our dogs, and then I switched teams, and now there are more girls in the house. Nice. Society just correcting itself. There's always balance in the universe. That's the first time I've heard the phrase switched teams in that context, and that's phenomenal. Hazel, finally catch you live. Hi, the Spiffy channel. How you doing? Oh, I'm the Paladin. That's right. I forgot this character's a Paladin. Do I have like Avenging Wrath or something, or is it just baked in now? I feel like I should look for it. Tiki, that's my mouse. My love, that is my mouse. Kitty cat attack. Thanks for all the content. Thank you for watching it. Shucks, guys. I really know how to make a girl feel special. Got it baked in Wake of Ashes, probably. Yeah, something like that. Whoa, Tiki. He's like woven my mouse cable through his paw claws, and it's making me a little dizzy. Alright. There we go. Oh yeah, I got wings. I got wings. If you chew through my G600, I'll still love you, but that's an expensive thing to chew through. Sweetheart, you just can't. Whoa. It's so hard to pick him up now because he got so big. And he weighs so much more now, and I feel like neither one of us know how to like carry the weight. You're a two-handed guy these days. Hi, lovely Hazel. Hello, how you doing? Are you a hardcore pro? I was so freaking sick at hardcore that I got bored because I didn't die. I also didn't make it very far or do any group content. I was just leveling. I never got to 60. I got to 40 on one character, and I had a couple kind of between 20 and 30. And I didn't die. I just got super bored. Mwah. I was hoping for a kitten update. Join chat. Boom. Kitten. This is my son. This is my baby boy Tiki. Tuna's around too. Tuna's good. Tuna's a little smaller than this because Tuna's a month younger. What are you doing? What are you doing? Tuna's a month younger than Tiki. Isn't that why you leveled warrior, to get used to two-handers so you can wield your cats? 1 to 2 years, you'll slowly turn a bit orange here and there. I've heard that black cats kind of rust in the sun a little bit. Pro cuddles. Hi. Hazel, you didn't learn the pet. I have that one already, I think. I don't do any pet dupes. I appreciate the gift, but I don't do copies I don't learn copies of pets. I have exactly one of each pet in my, that's my hair. One of each pet. Persian cats. If not rescue cats, what's your favorite cat breed and why? I'm pretty dedicated to rescue cats. All of my cats have been shelter rescue cats. Tuna and Tiki were rescued from a cat hoarding situation that got dismantled. I like big cats. I think they're cute. It's like a Norwegian forest cat or a Maine Coon or something. I think it's hilarious to have a cat the size of a bobcat in your house. But I will always rescue pets. There's too many of them. Chasing your hair. See, the bed is doing well. Yeah. Yeah, she's kicking back there. She's like, feed me again. She's always trying to tell you that she's never been fed. I have a stray black cat 5 years ago, came into my house, never left. And yes, we went to the vet with the cat, but the owners did not want the cat back. Sounds like the cat. I think it's so funny that sometimes cats just like relocate themselves. Like a cat with an owner might just be like, well, you're nice, but these people down the street, they got the good stuff. I feel like I see myself more as their cat. I'm moving. I'm too insecure to let Tuna and Tiki choose. They're indoor only. I don't let them outside. Not a dupe? I don't know, man. I've got a lot of pets. I have 2,000 unique pets. There are very few pets that I don't have. Shadow, frog. What was it, a hopper? Oh, it isn't a unique. You're right. You're right, I don't have that one yet. I should learn it. Man, you looked up my collection, or are you just really good? He's such a nice cat. What's the plan for tonight? I am farming rares. I'm doing rares for a mount. I need a Witherbark Pango. It drops from these rares. It's the last one of the midnight rare drop mounts that I need. And I'm grinding. I'm farming. I just assumed it was a dupe. I'm really impressed you managed to get one I didn't have yet. Recently adopted 3 mom, 2 kittens. They're wonderful. Oh, congrats. This is my first time in my life I've ever had 2 cats at once. And I got 2 kittens together, and it's the best. It's so cool. It's so good. I would never do just one cat on its own ever again. If I can afford one cat, I can wait until I can afford 2 cats. They have so much fun together. They keep each other busy. They're taking naps together. They groom places on each other that they can't reach. They're like a terrible 2. They're a terrific duo. Used to have 11. When one cat hits their tolerance for pets, you have the other one. Yeah. I never knew how, like, different 2 cats could be, too. Like, they're both very sweet, but, like, they have such distinct and unique personalities, and it's just so funny. They're, like, 2 different little people living in my house. Needed a cat for my cat's cat. Yeah. I felt a little bad now, in hindsight, because I didn't really think about it that much when I got Kira. It never really crossed my mind. I don't know if we had like the space or resources to do 2 cats at the time. It was a different life. And now I kind of feel bad. She had a good life. We hung out a lot. Kira and I were besties. But now I feel like I should have gotten her a cat. The 2 I adopted 3 years ago are brother and sister. They do everything together. Hoping the new cat I adopted will fit right in, but it's a long, slow process introducing them. Yeah. Yeah. Got a rescue cat in April, had kittens at the shelter. Once they got older, she started hating them, so now she lives a great child-free life with us. Love that for her. That's fantastic. That's true. There are some cats that want to be solo cats. That's absolutely true. There are absolutely cats that prefer the company of not other cats. Family had 4 sisters. There was the leader, the manipulative one, the sweet one, and the dumb one. I don't think that rares in a ritual site can drop them out. I could be wrong, but I don't think the ritual site rares can drop them. I think it's the outdoor rares. We should have midnight event at midnight patch with midnight mods. I mean, any event could be a midnight event if you do it at midnight. Yeah, they have such personality. They have such different, like, auras to them. Tuna's so funny. Tuna, like, they're both cute. Tuna's always doing something just, like, funny, though. He's just got goofy energy. Maybe it's because he's younger. He's the baby. He knows he's the baby. He started stretching his back legs, but instead of doing it one at a time like every other cat I've ever known, he does both of them and then kind of falls over. Too much stretching to do. Not enough time. Can't possibly pace yourself. Must stretch. Double leg at once. Younger Chaos brother, Tiki the older sibling with parental responsibility. Yeah, Tiki does seem like a tiny bit more together. A little more responsible. A little more self-aware. Moose more single dad. Fun Uncle Moose is tired, man. He loves those cats, though. Both of them put up with it, too. Like, Moose will run up on either cat and just bathe the heck out of them. He will just lick them all up and down the face and shoulders. And each cat just kind of sits there and goes, ugh, ugh, because, like, they're this big and Moose is, like, massive. But neither one of them will, like, lash out at him for that. They stalk his tail, which sometimes makes him kind of cranky. They like to play with and attack his tail, but... What? What is it? They also make very different sounds. Tiki likes to say meep. Tiki makes very high-pitched little chirpy, tweety sounds. And then Tuna makes pterodactyl sounds. Tuna is the tunadactyl. He just goes, eh. That's like Tuna 101. Love it when cats and dogs get along. It's so cute. They're so sweet together. I was really worried that it would take a long time to train Moose to be calm enough around them, but he knew right away. He knew instantly, these are babies. I need to be cool. I need to be calm. Watching to send my amazing luck your way. Got my last 8 of 8 rare mount, fishing mount, and leatherworking ritual site mount this week. Holy, that is some good luck. I'll take it. Feeling the energy. Feeling the luck. I'm not the finest red paladin. Sounds like the one kitten video where the meow sounds like a laser gun from Star Wars. What? You want back up? What? It freaks me out when he wants to lay right behind my chair, though. I am using the add-on Rare Scanner to track the rares. That's what I'm using. Rare Scanner. Oh, did I turn my sound off? I thought my headphones died, and then I remembered that I replaced them, and their battery should last a little longer now. Thought he was going to get up in my lap, which is why I'm doing this, but I guess not. My WoW experience lately has been that being that guy, following the void assaults with leveling alts, parking, letting others do the event, and then collecting the XP. You're that guy. Oh, man. Hey, valid. Worried my cats wouldn't get along with the dogs. Turned out I was worried for nothing. They all love each other. Yeah, I had in my head it was going to be way harder than it turned out to be. And I'm sure sometimes it really is, but... Kira had already pre-trained Moose to be chill with cats, I think. She kind of taught him how to speak cat. So he's really good about respecting their boundaries. If either of them starts, like, hissing or showing that they want some space, he'll just kind of, like, back off. He gets it. He knows what that means. He's a smart boy. I am in danger. Hang on. Disco ball housing item. I haven't heard of it. I didn't know there was a housing disco ball. There's a disco ball toy. It's news to me. Well, I guess I'm not getting up here. And now my chair's over here. Oh dear. I wanna pull up the clip of baby tuna playing with Moose's paws. Now that we're talking about cats and dogs getting along. I wanna find it. Hang on. Oh, no, no. I've opened Photoshop. I've made a terrible mistake. Hang on. I'm gonna have to quit that. No. I just wanted to open my pictures. Oh, hang on. There's a rare. Rare first, rare first. One eternity later. I feel like I'm the only YouTuber left on the planet that uses genuine Adobe Photoshop to make YouTube thumbnails. I feel like it's so much software for doing something very dumb that most people are just doing with like Canva on their phones or something like that. But I don't know. I like what I like. I'm used to what I'm used to. I'm on the darn creative cloud anyway, it's fine. Still use my cracked CS6. If it works, you know? Whenever I open like a piece of editing software that's different, I get instantly frustrated because I'm just so used to what I'm used to. I don't like looking for how to do something that I feel like I already know how to do. Seen in multiple builds, too small to be custom. Well, maybe somebody from chat knows about it. I'm gonna go set myself at Necrohexer Rozka. Hold on. Don't forget about this. Don't forget about the... I mean, some of you have seen it before. Oh, no, it's up. Hang on. One rare. Hazel and friends. Hi, Queen Kate. Welcome back. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday today. I've been killing rares, cuddling with my Tiki cat, and I was just talking about a video I have somewhere of my dog playing with my kitten Tuna when Tuna was like tiny. And I'm looking for I want to play the clip because it's cute and I want to show it to you guys. And because what is the point of being a streamer if you can't be that annoying coworker that's like, look at my cats! I'm getting closer. Warmer, warmer. I should really save it in like a specific spot. He was so cute when he was baby. He was very tiny when he first came home. It's not that one. Is it this one? I think it's this one. This is 45 seconds long. I think I have an edited version of it somewhere. I don't remember why there's a Squishmallow there. This was like their first or second day together. Tuna was like 5 weeks old. He was so small. And I was worried that Moose was gonna be like too excited to stay still. And Tuna was like playing with his paws. And Moose was such a good boy. He was being so calm. He was being so good. And he was so excited to meet this cat. Show. He was so excited to meet Tuna. Because when we first brought Tuna home, he was like in a bathroom for a bit. And Moose would just lay outside the door being like, why won't you let me in? I'll be good, I swear. Yeah, they're best friends. They are good buddies. Tuna's so much bigger than that now. Time went so fast. I'm gonna try and scooch the chair. Hi. I've kind of Tiki's laying on the floor right behind my chair, and I just don't want to roll into him. Moose is a good boy. He's a good guy. He's got like a good heart in there. I have not attempted the Hex Feather Eagle mount yet. I have not. I'm scared. It sounds hard. I am farming for the Witherbark Pango. That's the mount that I want. Witherbark Pango. That's the one. It's my last rare drop mount. Last one. Could happen any minute now. I got 45 more minutes to farm, and I got more characters to run too. I bet you I'll find these last 2 rares up, no problem. I'm feeling good. I've been actually kind of enjoying farming on the Paladin. I forgot that Ret Paladin's kind of fun. I like watching for the perfect moment to use Lay on Hands. Lay on Hands is not that long of a cooldown. I feel like it used to give you like a 10-minute debuff, and Forbearance is only like 30 seconds now. Yep, I got all my zone mounts by farming this way. Just taking as many characters as I have time for, killing as many rares as I can. That's the only way to do it. I guess you could just hope that it drops for you when you kill rares when you see them, but I tried that and I was getting nothing. You gotta get a lot of kills in if you want to have a good chance at these. Hex Feather thing is annoying. Get an ult to 90 and there's a quest with an NPC who helps. That's what I heard. Normally when I hear advice like that, I just kind of skip it. And I don't know why. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know if I need it to be my idea or something. I should just do that. That's what I should do. Let's start doing this then. It's pretty fun. It's a great source of Voidlight Marl. Even if you go days and days and days without getting mounts, you're still going to have a lot more Voidlight Marl than you started with, and if you're anything like me, you need it for stuff. Yeah, cooldowns. This character was made exclusively to be a blacksmith. That's her one job in life. Be a blacksmith and to rock the chain kini. Do you think her back hurts? She can keep a baby back there. She could store her water bottle. I'm out of rares to kill in this character. I'm gonna log off and hop on another one. Want to see more hazel, not fish tank. What does this mean? What's the meaning of this? We haven't really been looking at my fish tank. Oh, the angle of the camera. Oh. There we go. I will start doing this. Yeah, heavy anterior pelvic tilt. Ichthyophobia. Scary fishy. It's true, I was off center. It's kind of annoying. Fear fish. Bloop, 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 bloop. Snow crab. When did that happen? Snow crab is a child of Legion Remix. She is a baby of the Legion Remix era. Ciao, Hazel. Ciao. Watching the video Moose is making me miss my pup. Sometimes he comes and sleeps in here. He's probably snoozing in the living room right now. I like the fish. I like having aquariums in my office again. It feels good. I used to a couple of apartments ago, and I kind of missed having that many. And I kept telling myself I wasn't going to get back into fish because I was going to move, and I was going to move, and finally it happened. I moved, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's go on this druid and see what we can find. Legion Remix left me with so many elves with no purpose, ended up having to cull them. I did that to a lot of my Mop Remix alts. The thing I did with my Legion Remix alts that I'm really happy that I did was pick different RP servers to stick each of these alts on, because it's so convenient for something like this where I'm trying to find spawns of rares up to farm. Even though these alts aren't even leveled, they're super useful for this. Kind of miss when dentists and other waiting rooms had aquariums, but I think it's good they don't, because the fish is probably stressed from all the people. I mean, lots of fish like having some activity outside the tank. They're like neutral to enjoying it for the most part. I used to know dentists though that would have aquariums, and the problem was that unless there's somebody that works at the dentist office that is into aquariums, or they're paying like a really reputable company to come and do a bunch of maintenance on it like every week, they tend to kind of, people underestimate aquariums a little bit. They just kind of think you put a fish in a tank with some water and that'll be fine. And it can lead to them being kind of like under-maintained. The best is when you get a dentist who is also a fish nerd. Or like has a cousin who's a fish nerd who can come in often enough or something. Because I love watching the aquarium, especially if I'm like stressed about something or trying to be distracted from something. This one's not really up. It's not really true. Remix tunes help with Warfront T-Mug farming. I wonder if I'm going to make more tunes. I mean, I'll probably make at least one more tune next remix, but I don't know if I'm going to do a bunch of alts again. You reach a point where you can't really keep them leveled anymore. It turns into a full-time job. Wanted to say hello, listening while folding laundry. Hello. Best of luck with your, I guess you don't need luck with your laundry. You can be maximum unlucky and your laundry will still probably be okay. Flattered. Something burned in my PC because of the extreme temps. Tomorrow I'll take it to repair. That really sucks. I'm sorry. If we get Shadowlands Remix, 4 Remix alts will probably be the sweet spot, 1 for each Covenant. I'm hoping that if we get Shadowlands Remix, that they off-rip make them kind of easy to swap Covenants. I interrupted my own convoke. I've made a terrible mistake. What kind of fish do you have? The tank behind me has 1 betta fish. It's a 10-gallon tank. It has a single female betta fish. Her name is Lettuce. She's very cute. She's very feisty. I had historically had issues with betta fish before, even with good, like a cycled tank and weekly water changes and everything. I used to have issues with fin rot in fancier bettas and like tumors and stuff. So I've kind of sworn off fancy betta fish with the long fins for the time being. I also have a 20-gallon long tank in a different room, and that one has an Epistogramma cockatoides, always fun to say, along with some Harlequin rasbora, some rasbora heads. And it's the first time I've ever kept Epistos or Harlequin rasbora, and it's been pretty cool. They look good. They're more colorful than I thought they would be. The first time I ever saw a rasbora head in a store, I'm like, that's kind of ugly. Why do people get these? And now I have them. Distilled water, spring water. I just condition tap water. I don't keep anything that's so fussy that you can't really do that. And then I keep a TDS meter around just to kind of keep an eye on the water hardness. I cannot be bothered to get, like, RODI water. Don't have it in me. If you're doing big enough water changes, it's fine. Depending on what kind of fish you're keeping. Some fish, you look at a mineral and they just, like, give up. Am I gonna be okay? I don't think so. Hang on. This rare takes a little bit of doing. And I'm on a remix salt without any gear. Hard well water, probably not best for fish. There may be some fish prefer a higher water hardness, and some fish prefer different pHs. It's good to know if you're looking into aquariums what kind of water you have in terms of its pH hardness, so that you can kind of tell. You may be able to keep fish, it just might be different fish than you had in mind. Or you might be able to do it one day, but you would need an RODI unit to purify and remineralize your water. Hazel, any idea how to get rid of the specialization warning? It's been all expansion. This one? Can't get that error to stop. I only have that pop up when I actually need to choose a spec. But if it's happening anyways and you have your spec chosen, then I'm not sure. This just means I need to unlock one of these. There we go. It just means that you've leveled enough to be able to unlock them, and once you unlock them, it should stop telling you about that. Yeah, if it's bugged, then it's just bugged. I'm not sure how you'd fix it. It's definitely been a little bit of a buggy expansion. Yes, if you have a year WoW sub ongoing, you do get the 6-month mount. It shows up as a notification in your BNet launcher under the gift tab. I had a moment where I'm like, who gifted me this? And then I opened it. I'm like, oh, it's the sub mount. I would check your launcher. Sometimes it takes a while to go through, but I feel like I got mine a few days ago. It doesn't automatically credit. You have to claim it. Yeah, restarting launcher is a good tip as well. Druids, paladins, hunter, all pretty good for farming. After this character, I'm gonna get on my mage, and it might be kind of messy again. I was doing my mage yesterday. I was having to try to learn my way around my own defensives and stuff to make it through some of these rares. But I got lots more to kill in this one first. Poor Orca the mage. Struggling. See you later, Tiki. Slinking out of here. Whatever realm this character's on apparently is empty. Love that. Alright. What if this is the mount? Could happen. I'm ready. One mount, please. In 30 to 45 business seconds when I finish killing this mob anyway. Oh, you can convoke while moving. Did I know that? I must have known that. Do I have any leather that I can wear that I've gotten? That's an upgrade? No. Not that's an upgrade. Fly by the elites. Yesterday I was working on a video I might do about mini games that you can play from toys, because we were talking about Jewelcraft and circuit tutorial and stuff. And while recording the video, I was like, what if I try to get the achievement so I can like show the achievement? And the Jewelcraft one is fine, where you're just getting 100 and whatever it is, 250k score in one sitting at Jewelcraft. It took like 9 minutes. It was no big deal. But then I was like, ooh, you know what I should do? Is I should do the shortest distance to reach level 20, as in beat 19 levels of the Blingtron game. And I thought I was gonna have to turn it off before, like, I thought I was doing it and I was like, this can't be the thing that stops me from making this video. I cannot beat this puzzle. Because you can look up what the finished puzzle is supposed to look like, but your nodes start out in a randomized spot, so it's not like you can just like follow move by move what you're meant to do. You have to on some level figure it out. And I was struggling for a long time. I think I was recording it the whole time, and I think it turned into like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, just trying to get through. I got stuck especially on puzzle level 15 and 18. The square ones were killing me. But I did it. I did beat it. And I only gotta do it once. That's 10 achievement points I get to keep. That one's so... It's like the hardest thing that I've done in WoW since 3400. Congrats. Thank you very much. I did still have to kind of look up what the finished puzzle looked like and kind of look at where... Not only what the finished puzzle looked like, but also like where the nodes with 4 lines and 2 lines were placed to try to like work outwards from those, because otherwise I was having no luck. I was getting hard stuck. Yeah, the real Mage Tower was a toy all along. And you can't just like take a break and then log off and come back. Like you have to do it in one sitting without getting in combat. You can't. If you start over, you have to start over from the beginning again. And there's a few levels in there that really takes some doing. It's kind of tough. But I'm happy. I'd like to get that video finished and put it out eventually when it's done. I feel like it's a little different energy than some of the listicles I've done. And I want to do a little bit more editing on it too. It used to be that less is more editing was like the thing for WoW content. Just do the simplest, most straightforward thing you can as fast as you can to get as much content out as you can. And I feel like that's kind of not the meta anymore. And it's also not really like exciting or interesting to do. I feel like it's maybe more fun to take longer, do some more editing, think a little harder. Try and make something that's a little different and it's not just like, this could have been an email. One mount, please. Nope, not yet. Soon. Could be soon. Could be the next rare. You never know. Oh, it's up. I have not got the last mount yet. I'm working on it. I'm 7 out of 8. I'm hard at work grinding rares. Sheesh. I don't think I'm that unlucky yet. It's only been like 2 or 3 days since my last mount drop. Yeah, it's always the next rare. Always right around the corner. As long as I keep my spirits up, I haven't lost. What do you think about them simplifying the decor dye system next patch? Awesome. Super good. I read that article, and it seems like nothing but good changes, because they're adding back in some colors that got removed by a hotfix. So it'll be more colors, and also not needing like 100 bag slots if you want to like manage all of them. Yeah, needed to happen exactly. It will start getting to you after 2 to 3 weeks. I feel like you want me to suffer. And maybe it's because you've suffered, but I feel like you're not going to be happy unless I'm not happy. And I'm pretty happy. Hello, hi Mr. Sonic Gen, how you doing? Excited for it too. Wonder if dye prices will go up or down? It's a good question. Noticing when I try to stream a game with a video of myself, I lose like 30 to 40 frames. Are you using a separate computer? I am not. I used to. I am not. Part of it's going to come down to your PC. I have a pretty decent PC. I've got a 3080. It's some kind of an i7. It's a pretty kitted out PC. And I also limit my game settings on purpose. I am not running the game in a higher frame rate than need be. I'm not running it with settings that I don't need, because I want to save as much, processing power as I can to make sure that I can handle encoding the stream on the same computer. But some of it's just going to come down to specs. How's your WoW house looking? Hi, Hazel in chat. How's it going? Hi, Angie. House looking not too bad. I haven't really worked on it much recently. Laptop I'm using. That is part of your problem. There are powerful laptops out there. I'm sure there are laptops that can handle it. But they are inherently going to be a little bit less powerful. They're harder to cool. It could be your computer. You can try turning your settings down, both on your video and your game that you're running. You can use like a task manager, or you can use applications to kind of see how much processing power is being used by the various things, and you can try and balance it out, but you might be just limited by your hardware. Do you turn your stuff up when you're not streaming? Nope, not even a little bit. Not worth my life to try to mess with my settings and then try and fix them. My settings get broken enough on their own without me going in and changing them. That's why I get so tilted whenever I start streaming and my mic doesn't work, because I'm like, I didn't change anything! My laptop can heat a room. Afternoon, Hazel. How the heck are you? Afternoon, Jans. How you doing? I'm always hearing crazy Pal World stories about you. On their own. Interesting nickname for the kitties. Alright. Oh, thank you very much. Alright. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Past me wouldn't have, but I've changed. I'm a changed person. Thank you. Now, sometimes my PC just decides that it's gonna shuffle its sound devices around. And I think it's just the whims of the universe. The electromagnetic field was feeling spicy. Capybara. Hazel, even bigger, important update. Dog using... What do these words mean? Dog using Binky again while showing his belly. I don't know what Binky means in this context. On Palworld right now, can't catch up to Flabby, but I'm level 50. Nice. I think I decided that I can't exist on a server with all of your power. It's too overwhelming. I'm in awe of your power, and I need to play on my own dinky little server with my lamb balls. Or I need to play less Palworld and just like do my job, but let's not get carried away. Let's not get crazy. It's a pacifier for babies. So why does the dog have it? Got my first from Voidstorm, 4 of 8. This is slow. Yeah, it takes some doing. Definitely takes a little time. That's why it's an important update. A type of emotional support blanket for babies and animals. I was playing the latest Katamari game. Pretty awesome. There are dinosaur levels. I didn't know that they were making new Katamari games. Max environment detail isn't necessary. Some things I just don't feel a need for. I turn shadows way down. I always have. That's always been like my first step to kind of like improving my game performance. Is I don't care about shadows. I don't feel like they add that much to my... I don't feel like they add that much to my immersion. I keep them on low, man. I don't want to see my shadow. I'm a vampire. It doesn't exist. And then I have lots of things that are kind of like medium. When, if I wasn't streaming, I would definitely turn them up. But like, I'd rather have the extra overhead. Textures I do have on high. Ground clutter I keep on 1 because if they wanted me to have ground clutter, they would have named it something more appealing. I've always said that. Hedgehog. What do I want to do? I want to wait for this one? I think I do. We can clean out our bags a little bit while we wait. Once Upon a Katamari. Pretty adorable. I don't think I've never played original Katamari. I'm just familiar with it via pop culture osmosis. Make sure that if I get trinkets that I'm putting them on, or like anything that I could equip. So I have a Wakrapuku. I don't need another one. Don't even know if anti-aliasing is necessary. That depends on if you're experiencing like vertical tearing, right? Isn't that the anti-aliasing one? If you, or no, that's VSync. I'm confusing it with VSync. Never mind. What does anti-aliasing do? I have it off. You smooth out jaggy edges at low resolutions. Yeah, I have mine completely off. Seems fine. My VSync is also off, apparently. Yeah. But I used to have screen tearing issues. I haven't in a long time. Lucky, I guess. What is your current favorite mount you've collected so far? I don't know. I feel like I should have an answer to that. I get asked every now and then. I don't know what the favorite is. I use different mounts and different characters depending on like their mog and the mood. I often ride mounts that I got more recently. I like riding mounts that I've picked up recently so that they can kind of like have their turn, you know? So I guess my current favorite one is probably the Echo Voltron because that's the most recent mount that I got. That was the last one. Liberated Slyvern. Pretty sick. That's not Breezebiter, is it? Or is Breezebiter's mount just called Breezebiter? Give me my 30 gold. Same. New collected transmog. I tend to change my transmogs about once a month. Not all of them, but I'll tend to change 1 or 2 transmogs once a month because I will do some shopping at the trading post and then I'll want to put on the new stuff that I got at the trading post. What was the first favorite mount that I got? I was pretty stoked to buy my, I was pretty stoked to buy my first Spectral Tiger. Because it was the first big gold sink. Like, I had saved up gold. I had done a bunch of farming. I had been herbing. I had been playing the auction house. This was a long time ago, and I wasn't that good at it yet. And I had saved up. It was the first 1,000,000 gold I ever saved. and I saw that someone had a Swift Spectral on the auction house, and I wanted it so badly that I saved up all this gold, and then I sent an in-game mail to the player that was posting it, asking if we could meet up and do the sale in person, because it was such a high amount of gold that it was going to be a lot of gold lost to auction house cut, and I figured we could split the difference. Like, that person could get a little bit more and I could spend a little bit less by meeting in person. And on a sale that's like 1 million gold, it's like a lot. I forget what the auction house cut is, but it's like 10% or something. Last rare mount was the Amani Hex Eagle, I think. Right? No, it was the Grimlinks. I needed 1 mount each from Herondar and Zul'Aman, and then I got the Grimlinks, and now I'm down to just the Pango. That was my last rare mount. I got a group for this one right now. I'm set. I also don't know how you're finding my character when it's on a different realm than my normal one, and I'm not usually like posting or saying what realm it is, and I'm a little confused. I don't remember when I bought the Spectral. It might have been early WoD. It was either late MOP or early WoD, I think. I've died. Oh, but so is the... Oh no, they reset! Like my Mage Tower book a lot of alts. I was very proud of that one. I was very excited to get the Mage Tower. I don't know how many rares I killed for the last rare mount. I haven't been counting my rare kills. That's okay. I've got a rare spawn up. I'm going to work on it. WoD was when the TCG card dupe happened. I also got a lot of my mounts during WoD. They were still expensive, but they were not like millions of gold. A lot of them were like kind of 1 to 200k each. Okay. I'm gonna use... I know I can do this. I'm just gonna, I think, do it with all cooldowns. Bought them in good faith. Didn't ask where they came from. Same, yeah. For PvP, I ride the Swift Lovebird. Love that one. Bear spec, super easy. Yeah. Give me 30 more seconds. I've done this before. Like, I've for sure done this before. It's funny to me they're actually getting experience for this. I do have health pot, you're right. I don't want to use these, though. I would rather, especially because I'm 81, I would rather get some real ones. That'll help. A Silver Moon, and we can even do the refreshings. Give me 100 of these. Serum. I like how I had caps lock on the last time I searched this, and now it auto-completes to refreshing serum! Not calm. Not chill. Not casual. So let's pop that one here. This one here. Alright. They do scale with level, at least down to 80. I've heard that it's a little easier to do them at 80 than it is after that point. I wonder what happened to me last time. I feel like I went in with cooldowns. Weird. How many rares did you kill? Did you think? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not tracking. More than 5 and less than 10,000. I have no idea. We were guessing, and I think since I started farming rares, I've put in probably 60 to 80 hours on it. But that's a complete guess. It could be less, it could be more. Yeah, this guy's not so bad. Plus, I have health pots now. Buying the corrupted Dreadwing into none was satisfying because grinding the Apexis crystals and reputation. It was a cool mount too. Big bird. Honestly, my life was changed the moment I learned I could abbreviate multiple words at a time in the auction house. Typing in Sin Swa for Sindori Swarmer. Hubosher for whole body shrinker. It's a cool trick. It's a cool trick for sure. One more rare. And then I gotta get on my mage, and my mage is... Well, we only have 15 minutes left, so it's okay, but my mage is gonna struggle a little bit. Anybody up? Anybody home? Oofaga? Tempted to do this world quest while I'm waiting. It's gonna give me experience. All I have to do is fly through some bubbles. Tempting, tempting. Or we can just get another character and start over again. Maybe don't camp a whole rare that's not up yet for one. How do you come up with the names of your characters? For my Legion Remix alts, I had a theme. Normally it's just vibes. Normally it's just word association. Like you think of some idea or theme or feeling that you want for the character, and then you come up with like, you either like Google translations into different languages or like, I don't know. For Anthus, I made Anthus. Where is he? Where's my paladin? Here he is. Jump scare. For Anthus, I made this paladin and I thought, this is going to be a blood elf paladin. He's going to be very light themed. He's going to be very sunshine. I want his name to remind me of the sun. So I was thinking about things that are sunny, and I came to sunflowers, and then I looked up the like, I was going to say Latin name. I guess it's Latin name for sunflowers, and I came up with Anthus or Helianthus. And then I shortened that to Anthus. And then I Googled that, because it's always good to Google a name just to make sure it's not something like weird. And I came up with, not only is it part of the word for sunflower, but it's also some kind of a Greek myth or something. Hang on, let me find it. There was some figure, and you know that myths are weird because, like, the whole story of him was that he let his dad's horses out and, like, lost them, and then they ate him or something. It's so deranged. Hang on. Anthus myth. Anthus in mythology. In Greek mythology, the name Anthus, son of Autonus and Hippodamia, once he drove his father's horses away from the grassy meadows where they had been pastured by his brother. Out of hunger, the horses attacked Anthus and devoured him. His father and mother could not save him. Zeus and Apollo, out of pity for the grieving family, transformed them into birds. Anthus was also transformed into a bird, named Anthus, which imitated the neighing of a horse. Trauma. Always fled from the sight of a horse. Trauma. His servant who failed to protect the master was transformed into a white heron, and the bird genus Anthus is thus named after him. Deranged. Kid messes up, gets eaten by horses, who are famously herbivores. So funny, I had to use it. Also, yeah, very white, very much a flashbang of a page. I'm getting on an orca, that's right. Actually, you know what? I should switch out. I should do my hunter. Orca's struggling. We only have 15 minutes. Yeah, horses gotta eat. They ate him. Oh. First favorite mount was a Swift Frost Saber. That was when people were in Blackwing Lair before Nax. Fetching, good name. Icendia. Usually I have all kinds of well, maybe we'll make this work. Usually I have all kinds of vowels in my characters' names. They usually start and end with vowels and then have far too many vowels in between. It's like a very female fantasy name thing. If horses are lacking in some nutrients, they will eat meat. Have seen a horse just eat an entire chicken. Was it a living chicken? Obligate herbivores, rare in nature. Yeah. Okay. Terrifying. What if this is the one? What if we just had to tell the Greek horse eating story first? No, I don't like putting my alts in warbands. I feel like I can't see their Mog well enough. They all get shrunk so tiny. I want to see the fashion. Should probably wait for combustion to do anything. Give it a few seconds. This character's doing okay. In 3.5 more bars of experience, maybe I should do this world quest. This character can at least use her health potions, which will help. I'm trying to get the Witherbark Pangolin. Or just Pango. Witherbark Pango is the name of it. It can drop from Zul'Aman rares, and it's the last mount that drops from Midnight rares that I don't have yet. There's 8 mounts, and I've got 7 of them. Oh, the epic trinkets, man. It's nice that I'm getting them because I can use them, but they scare me. Wouldn't hate doing this just to get a little bit of experience. I miss Dragon Racing World Quest, so whenever they give me one that's even remotely reminiscent, it just seems like such a free way to finish a quest, even if all I can get for it is XP. I got the mount! Drink it. Man, getting the last mount's gonna be so cool. It'll happen. It's not an if, it's a when. Barring my, you know, physical death. Which is also not an if, it's a when, but let's not think about that. One more. Hunting that one passively, my faith. This way. Go check in on Elder Oak Talon. There you go. Here's your weekly obligated existential crisis. If you do the non-combat world quest with the weekly, you could nab 200k XP per alt. Add in the Herondar weekly, another 100k. Yeah, but then you have to do the Herondar weekly. Thanks for the stream. Have a great week. Have a great week. Go Chiefs. Hate Blizzard for these super low drop rates. They should make alternative methods like 20k Voidlight or something. But then we wouldn't have this fun stream content. If it was just Voidlight Marl, I would just buy him and there'd be no point in farming them. I feel like that would be boring. Hot take. Two mounts in my bag yesterday while playing. Have no idea. 2 mounts! And you don't even know where they came from, too. Which 2 mounts did you get? Jealous. That's sick. If I do not consent to death, I cannot die. Oh. Ice cold. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Building that purple motorcycle was fun. There was some kind of jumping puzzle. Or not even a puzzle, but there was some kind of fancy, funky jumping you had to do to get the purple motorcycle, and my gnome was struggling. Kratos taught me that death can have me when it earns me. Maybe it's just my youth talking, but of all the things that I'm worried about in my life, death worries me very little. Because when I die, I can no longer worry. Death means the end of worrying about stuff. Death is the gigantic gateway to all of this is no longer my problem. Not saying I'm pursuing it, but like it doesn't wildly stress me out because after that, there's really nothing else you can do. This way. So close to level 81. Yeah, we're okay. We're gonna make it. Everything's fine. Kratos also taught me to always follow your vendetta gainer, the Greek gods, to the end, but I think it's slightly irrelevant in this case. What are you most excited about in 12.1? I'm curious to try blueprints. Blueprints are way up there. Having pets in houses. If we're talking 12.1 changes, placing pets in our houses... Mind you, it's going to keep me busy for about 45 minutes and then never again, but I'm going to be so excited. It's going to be the best 45 minutes. I'm going to have chickens in my chicken run. I'm going to have cats in my house. I'm gonna have like a dog in my house or in my yard. I feel like I have so many pets and they've just been waiting for something else to do. Wish you could have more plots. Be so nice for RP. I already feel like I'm not taking advantage of the 2 plots that I have. Gonna have to move all my rooms around. What about you? What are you guys most excited about for 12.1? What's the feature that you're looking forward to? Love gnomes. Getting caught on tree roots, etc. Quite annoying. Next raid. Fair. It's looking like a pretty good raid. Obviously the achievement back button. Obviously. Blueprints, more endeavors. Yeah, that'll be good. New endeavor decor, always fun. Just new decor in general. There's a lot of great new decor that I want. You're right, the fish do kind of truck. I don't think we have a release date yet. Haven't even looked at the notes? I'm gonna be surprised. It's a good way to go about it. Feel like housing is just the garrison, but with no benefits. They need to make more benefits to interacting with housing content. That is a take that I've heard people have. You're valid for feeling that way. I don't even a little bit agree, though. I do not even a little bit agree. I think that's what ruined garrisons, and I think that's the strength of housing, is that it is inherently optional. It is there if you love it, and it's not going to make you interact with it if you don't love it. Early August, I think. Maybe the 10th. Yeah, you're not the only one that feels that way. But we are not twinsies on that one. 2 more rare mounts to spend every day for weeks trying to get. It's going to be so fun. I'm missing this one. I wonder if I'm going to have this mount before 12.1 or not. I have no way to know. Said something about professions for housing, like a forge in your house. I think crafting tables would be fine. I think crafting tables would be a pretty harmless thing to add to housing. I also wouldn't be against having bank access there. Like, people can already summon auction houses on their mounts. I think being able to place a bank in your house would be fine. But I don't want people having to, like, I definitely don't want it sprouting herbs like the garrison did. That was a mess. Yeah, you can already cook, so I feel like more crafting tables would be alright. Summon an anvil too? Why not use the anvil decor? They added pets to the garrison already? They did. Your garrison can have lots of pets pathing around. I feel like it was easier though because the garrison was a predetermined layout, so they could just kind of code them to walk along a given path. Whereas with housing, people are laying out their stuff. Like, pathing is probably a lot more technically complicated. They are doing it, but like, I'm kind of impressed that they're able to do it because people can make, like, housing is so abstract. And I feel like people want their pets to behave in, like, logical ways, and it's probably hard to determine what a logical thing is based on, like, the layout of furniture and stuff. Would you play WoD if it follows Mists of Pandaria? Oh, you mean in Classic? No. I would not. And I wouldn't play Legion if they did it after that. I'm just not a Classic player. I don't think. It would have to be some kind of weird opportunity. Or like new friends or something. You can have Cuddly as a pet in your house, I'm pretty sure. I know there's a short list of pets that they don't want you using, but I don't know which pets are actually on the list. I'm hoping that Cuddly is fair game. Yeah, except for the hardcore era, that's true. Hardcore is always there when we want a fun challenge. You mean I can't make my Argent Squire sleep on a pet bed? I mean, before he didn't even have a place to sleep. It sounds like an upgrade to me. Guys, it's noon. I'll finish this lap. I'll finish this lap on this character. How did three hours go by? Pokepoke might be back in the house. Pokepoke? Oh, I guess we have a Pokepoke pet. You could place your Pokepoke pet. You could probably. I'm trying to think of more P words to really make the alliteration ridiculous. Pretty popular Pokepokes. Poppin' popcorn. In the pink. Prime Pokebook. Put a wondrous wisdom ball on the shelf. Pretty popular Prime Pokebook. Alright, I bet you guys can't come up with a tongue twister that I can't crush within like 2 or 3 tries. No traps though. Don't try and get me to say anything racist or you're gonna have bad karma. Also, the stream's over. I should be not doing this, but I'm gonna do a few more rares. Peak putty pretty potty peppy pets. Peak putty pretty potty peppy pets. Peak potty oh, that is a bit tough. Peak putty pretty potty peppy pets. Peak putty pretty potty peppy pets. Peak putty pretty potty peppy pets. Just made that up. Purple burglar alarm. Isn't that only hard if you're Scottish? I was gonna write something, don't want to get banned. And there ends the Twitch chat career of the maker. Couldn't resist a dirty tongue twister. I should lust this one. And I maybe should alter time. This one struggles. I do have ice cold now though. Any mounts on stream over time? Not yet. Aaron's Urns and Iron Urn. Aaron's Urns and Iron Urn. There's a Swedish one we like to give to Americans since it's made to be difficult for them, but it doesn't really look good in text. I might not be able to figure out the correct pronunciation for it just like that. Also, I nearly died. Oh, another epic piece of loot. Spooky. Soulbound epic warglaives. Thanks, Blizz. My mage is really gonna love those. Hearthlight Hazel hates on horrors and hugs her hubby. Hearthlight Hazel hates on horrors and hugs her hubby. Hearthlight Hazel hates on horrors and hugs her hubby. German language tongue twisters are nuts. Yeah, I bet. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. I don't think I can beat the Lightwood boar. I probably shouldn't even look for it. It's up. I don't think I can win. I need more cooldowns for that. I got a minute before I get my defensives back. Let's try and do like a normal one. It means 6 salmons in a salmon tin, but the word 6, unfortunate word in English. Yeah. Probably won't try that one. $695 tries. Just got the Cobalt Dragonhawk now. Congratulations. I mix whiskey in the whiskey mixer. I mix whiskey in the whiskey mixer. I mix whiskey in the whiskey mixer. That's hard. I mix whiskey in the whiskey mixer. Whiskey. Sean Connery. Bet Sean Connery mixes whiskey in the whiskey mixer. Check for Poacher Ravik. I don't know how to pronounce those things. I am monolingual. It's very sad. It's very boring. I speak only English. Some Swedish words are just mean. Luftwaffe Robots Panzer Bandwagen. Close enough. I don't even always pronounce English words correctly if I haven't heard them out loud a lot. I'm one of those kids that learned a lot of words from reading and not from hearing them. So I'm liable to say some embarrassing stuff because I just never heard how a word was pronounced. Hazel's now Swedish. Three plates of flour for 3 sad tigers. Alright, our rare's over here. I just landed in front of some mobs, I guess. Okay. Whoop. I'm just gonna spam Fire Blast and instant pyros. That's my plan. Lizard's liver slithered lively. Lizard's liver slithered lively. Lizard's liver slithered lively. Lizard's liver slithered lively. Sometimes it's not so much about not tripping your tongue on it, and it's about not tripping your eyes on it. You don't want to read it faster than you're saying it, or your brain's gonna start to say the next word before you finish the first one. Lizard's liver slithered lively. Maybe I'm just not saying it fast enough for it to be hard. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Alright. Did you do the Dragonhawk Nursery Hatchery Treasure Chest event in the main city? Can't even remember if it gets you the mount or the pet. I forget. I feel like maybe I didn't. Nothing personal, kid. He did nothing personal, kid me. FIFA Cup started. Bye, Hazel. Bye. I am nearly finished. I'm overtime on stream. I just wanted to kill this thing. There we go. Someone else is here. And I'm not in war mode, so I can safely tag and engage. The point is to say them quickly. I feel like I'm saying them pretty fast. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Man, I look like a penguin. I'm not lucky today. Oh, maybe I should see if they're heading to the borer. Lizard's leather slithered lively. Lizard's liver slithered lively. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. That one just turns you into Sean Connery. They're fun when they have a lot of rhythm in them. I like the tongue twisters, like just woodchucks chucking wood, that have a little bit of an internal beat to them and have a little bit of like a rhythm from the consonants that you can work with. Those are fun. Yeah, I don't rap because I have none of the aura for it, but it's fun to speak quickly when you can. This one's dead. We're done. Do you know the pheasant plucker tongue twister? It sound I can tell what it's meant to make you say. Can't share, it's rude. Yeah, I probably won't try that one. Alright, I'm done for today, and I'm actually done for the week. I stream Wednesday through Sunday, which means you're not going to see me again until Wednesday. I will be back. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Keep an eye out on my channels in case I post anything, because one day I might do that. You never know. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitch. I'm barely on Instagram, but, you know, sometimes there's a cat picture. Where else am I? I mean, hypothetically TikTok, but let's not get carried away. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.